And all right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. We got to make a quick start here. We only got a minute. Not much happened, I would argue, because some of the other plays we've made, the rare earth exports with China, they did like another licensing thing, and all of them are going up. Other than that, okay, yeah. Other than that, I don't think we have anything crazy. It is Friday Junior. You did get a couple of earnings. Again, people talk about AI and all of that, but you might get some random headlines. There's a couple of events, but whole point is we are getting into the end of the year, and there are things you should be thinking about. So we only got 20 seconds. I'll be watching Path, Serve, XBI, Pepsi, and WWR, and then any of the plays. I already told the Chad, man, what you should be asking yourself right now is if today is a planting day or a harvest day, and if something's early, you could still FOMO it, but like I'm saying, you better figure that out. Round one, fight. All right. Let's go. What the fuck? I'll go. Again, those paths are going to go crazy, bro. All right, I'm holding them. We already made them free. I hope you go look at it. Go even look at the date in the watch list, bro. They're picking up and pumping our play now. So if you already made it free, I'm just going to ride that shit. I do like it. All right. And then I'm going to see if I could get this one now. And if I can't, we'll go later. They not long term. No, he ain't gonna do it. Okay, I'm not getting filled. That's not the one. And then check again, Pepsi post continuation as well. Do not forget about that one. They barely moved. I don't know if it's going to move or not, but if it does, that could be fire. Yeah. I ain't filling me on chat. I'm sorry, you guys. It's going to be a good day. I'm just happy to be here. You know that? I hope you're happy to be here. It's glorious. Okay, TD Ameritrade. I'm going to have to go make me a fucking Weeble account if y'all keep this shit up. Thank you. They heard me. Okay, so I'll give you all the play, but what are the conditions? Is that the one you don't go past? Yeah. There. Yeah, Race had to do. Pat, that's 17. Love it. Again, Serve had the other one. And then your WWRs and shit are ripping. But then that came down. That's all on the China stuff. There you go. You know it. Thank you. Exactly. Rule number 1. You don't talk about Fight Club. So I'll give you guys the Christmas gift. I never want to hear about it again. If you're here in the morning, you got it. So good luck. Okay? Very, very simple. So, I'm going to tell you this play, and it sucks right now, and then there's something on the calendar that's going to change it all. But long story short, it's going to play like China, a.k.a. you're already at the top of it. It's either going to break out and go nuts, given the situation, or you're going to meander and then kill half your premium, and then it'll pop on the last time, but then you'll probably get break even. So, that's the idea. So, this isn't optimal, and I'm telling you right now because watch this throughout the morning in the next couple days. You don't have to buy it right now. Please use the videos I was telling you. Again, I throw my place markers, but I like it, and I'm also running a nice little streak here of some good house money. But at the end of the day, you don't have to take this one right now. Okay, so here's the deal. It's gonna be obvious once I say it out loud. We saw it yesterday. If you were unlocked in, I sent you a list of a bunch of biotechs. So yes, it's not biotech season though. It might be. The calendar lines up, and that's why there's pretty much like 10, 15 biotechs. But the real play is just go for the ETF. Literally XBI, not a recommendation. So why? How many times have you heard over the last couple months that pharmaceutical stocks are long duration? So think about it. This is, I feel like, one of the multi-year breakouts nobody is talking about. However, this meets the criteria of long duration stock. Because think about it. Why would biotechs go up with low rates and during a bubble? Because that's how they fund themselves. So biotech is long duration. You guys remember 2023? When people were freaking out, 2022, nobody wanted to buy biotechs. Why? Because why do you want to tie up your money? Interest rates are high. It's not, you're talking 5, 10, 15 years. I mean, biotechs are the REITs of medicine. So, yeah, that's the play. And I think from now until Christmas, now until the end of the year, it's going to have the breakout, or this was it. So it could still fail. Like I'm saying, I hope you see the strength and why I like it, but also, do you see what's working against you? The mistake. It's a straight fucking stick. Every time it goes up like this, it either sells off or breaks out. That's why I like it, because it's either going to do one of these towards the end of the year, or you're going to literally hit the high again, and then you're going to dump by the end of the year. So in a weird way, if you disagree with me, there might be a money to make by fading it. And if it does make a big move downside, I think the only way I lose, or the person going against me loses, is if it does nothing at these high levels. So, but like I'm saying, it's a long duration stock. Long duration, bubbles, rates. I mean, it goes hand in hand. So there you go. Merry Christmas. I did my job. Yeah, it's a Christmas play. Oh, that one's filled, that's why. I have another butterfly I'm looking. They're not working, though. That was the one I tried to do. I have two, up and down, but they're not. They want way too much. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I just looked at another account. What hit? Oh, path. Oh, then even the USARs went up. Yeah, nice. Let's keep it up. Yeah, well, that's the window. Even then, I sent as many. So again, XBI is what I was going to send you guys. I just gave you the details. So on that document, there's about like 10 or 15 biotechs that all have events in the next like day to the next couple days, all throughout pretty much October, November. That's why I'm saying even Christmas, the time frame, it's all tracking. So you could go and pick the biotechs if you want to gamble on them, but like we've seen, if I know there's a huge list, we don't have to find the right one. You know, Martin Shkreli probably will, but we just got to go get the ETF, and then we know it's going to move. So if it leads to, and then look at it, it's like China, it's like a multi-year breakout. So that document, I just have all of them. You could straddle, it's whatever you believe. Like I'm telling you, I'm giving you guys the info, especially if you have listened. This makes sense with long duration, bubble, everything. It's for real. If you've been watching the watch list, this makes a lot of sense. The only problem is where it's at in the movement. I don't think that's ideal. So it's up to you. If you think I'm wrong or right, I don't care, but the opportunity is where it's at right now. The opportunity is going to be long duration doesn't break out and it's another pump fake, and you'll make money on the downside. Otherwise, if this is like still the early part of the bubble, and now more rate cuts and people are getting optimistic about long duration. Again, it's like I said, it's like a REIT. then they're gonna start pumping the biotechs, and then not to mention if you just get a favorable FDA calendar. You know, that's the other part of it. It's one thing about everybody moving with it in long duration, but like I'm telling you, if you get a favorable FDA approving drugs and one after the next they all pop and then they keep buying each other out, that's going to drive up the index. But like I'm saying, my plan was I wanted to play all of the biotechs, and then I was just like, I think I'll make more money if I just went with a better ETF play. And again, try to go near the money because you want to capture the move. And you guys, it looks like China, guys. It's very simple. That's why I'm saying you could overthink it. You could get mad at me in hindsight, but I don't look at it. It's very simple. You're doing this multi-year breakout just like China was. This is if in a bubble, low rates, long duration, good data. That's it. It's either going to go or not. I know WWR, it actually ended up working. So I moved my IONR shit and I just put it into that one yesterday, but that ended up paying off. And then, yeah, Intel is rising. Very large. Oh, I don't have the wire up for you guys. My bad. Yeah, you saw everybody was... You guys were telling me a lot about how bad it did yesterday. And I was reminding you about planting. Planting. Yeah, CRML even came back up. Okay. I know. So look, WWR is weird too because it had a weird 2-day pullback. I don't know if it was us. I don't know if we're the ones who gave it the momentum or the news, but look. That was like a 2-day pullback, but it wasn't. You get what I'm saying? It had the stall, but there was too much momentum to the point where it didn't like really pull back. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this because $180 to $2 on these small caps, that's a range it goes nuts in. That's it. It's either going to stay below it or go ripped. You followed my trade on WWR for the first time to see how it goes in a few months. All right, man. Well, it starts with you getting banned. For breaking the rules and telling us what you played and just not listening to what I said directly. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But good luck. Intel. Do I have any position on Path? I'm banning you for that question. I think we were one of the first people in the world on Path. I told you about it 9 months ago. And then even after that news, we bought a shit ton of penny options. And then 2 days later, Reddit is now pumping it. So please, put respect on my name. I'm the guy you go to first, brothers. Not who you ask after it gets pumped. You need to realize this so that they can't scam you as hard. You guys get what I'm... Because that's what happens. That's how you're going to get scammed. You're not understanding the position and priority of where info is flowing. Does that make sense? So, yeah. Bat. Oath looks like Path. UIPT. UNH again. And then SPY dumping. I like, again, China. You guys remember that like a month or two ago when China did that list? I don't know if it's going to hit the same way, but that's why they're all up. You guys remember that? Last time they did a ban on something, they all just rocketed. Oh, Cormel. Oil's coming up, Bitcoin coming down. Yeah, UNH. big biotech. I'm telling you, bro. That's your Christmas gift. Or it's going to be coal, so we'll find out. Like, I'm thinking 2 months. Do you guys get what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you. You don't need to buy it, or you can, but you do whatever you want. But it's not a one-day thing. This has nothing to do with today. It's just going to go in waves depending on what ends up happening with these drugs and everything else in between. Yeah, MP. Yeah, you remember that, though. It wasn't too long ago. We had one of these, like, ban things, and they all kind of went nuts. Saudi Arabia PIF said to slow work on local share. Oh, yeah, the Dells. We still have those. They came down a little bit. Aren't drug approvals paused? Yes, but they're not all drug approvals. So the approval, but companies could still have events, they could have presentations, and they are still scheduled to arrive at conferences. Serve, that's the DoorDash one. That was on the list as well. I even told all of you that. I just was focused on the other stuff. And we're riding out. That one is already up 15. So that one, you either FOMO in that window, or now you got to wait for your pullback. You can still try to FOMO it now, but yeah, it's up to you. UNH, dude, UNH is really going, and the premiums got some. Path, didn't Path go higher than 17? Pre-market, or am I tripping? I think last night, yeah. Oh no, I clipped it for a second. And then SPY coming down, Walmart on the low. Bibsy. Yeah, I like Pepsi as a continuation. Just remember, it's fucking earnings. Oh yeah, Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly, you need decay and catalyst. I'm telling you, I've hit very well on that one this year. We just need the right setup for it. It's moving now, but I don't think the options are decayed, because I still have some that are way too up. I don't know if the silvers I got rid of moved, but that also is going up as well. Yeah, dude, the old Eli Lillies are still fucking up. That's why I'm saying it's not. They came down a little. They're not. It's 700%, not 1,000, but that's still ridiculous. Oh, did I already make the UNH free? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, my brother, I saw your 2K message. I was gonna answer it, but I wanted to see what you were gonna say next. And it was you telling us about your play. Go home, bro. Delete me off 2K as well. Don't ever talk to me. I don't think you guys are getting this. I don't want to fuck with y'all if y'all gonna keep doing this, and we need to move on, all of you. So if you've been banned, just leave us alone, dude. And if you're not following along in this same way, just leave it alone, dude. Because I'm not gonna be nice to you about it. I don't want it. I have zero anything in my heart towards it. I can't. I'm telling you guys are blocking blessings for people, but it's very simple. Just you guys gotta move on. You don't think it's weird? That's why some of you, I keep banning you in this, and you keep following on. I don't think Drew was that guy, but I'm just saying I've seen a lot of these recently. But then I guess what's also happened in the last couple weeks, you know how many people have gone fucking crazy on their accounts again, and then houses. So it makes sense with the opportunity. So let's get it, but at the same time, we're not doing this. reporter vibe. Yes, it's like that, reporter. The difference is I make you guys a lot of fucking money. And that's it. Do you get it? I'm not running for public office. You are not a reporter. So, okay, that cost another one. NB, I got rid of that one. RCAT had an investor day yesterday. Or I don't know if it's today, actually. That's up 6. Hey, man, baby, let's get it. God, that's why, man. And all of y'all, I know you're locked in. So I think you're getting used to the little sidebars from here and there. But y'all just keep running it, man. Let's go. And houses, like I said, I think the talk yesterday, I got a lot of emails. A lot of you came out of the closet. You're like, okay, Josh, I made a fuck ton of money on the fucking bubble. I want a house now. I'm like, good. I'm glad. That's what I said, man. I'm not mad at you guys. If you broke rules and you sped and you didn't get a ticket, I really think you should go be wise with it now. That's all. That's what I believe, brother. You only got to get rich once. And I've been yelling this at y'all. And that's what I'm saying. Yesterday, some of you have done on the Ocklos and the Palantir. And again, is it actions that I was like, yeah, you could do that for the next 10 years? No, you can't. But it worked. And it was a good opportunity. But like I'm saying, the best way to guarantee it, especially if it's a ridiculous. Again, somebody sent me a close to $1 million gain yesterday, a Chad. And that's why I said, that's a house, bro. Just turn it to a house. You could still have $100,000 to play with gambling if you really wanted to. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. That's what I'm genuinely saying. But don't give back $1 million if you've never had $1 million. Don't give back $500,000 if you've never had $500,000. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's the part where most people get blinded by in this moment. It's just very simple. You know, you got to. That's all you got to do. And then you're going to be alive and you're going to be emotionally more ready for anything. And then you're going to have that house. You're going to protect that major gain. And then what are you going to do? You're going to be ready for the next cycle, moving it, dog. That's what I'm saying. It's not, believe me, this isn't the propaganda you think it is. I'm not trying to turn you to Jesus, man. And I think it will be a result in its own way. But even the money side and how you're going to handle this market emotionally to serve you, you could do it, but you guys got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, think at the right moment. And that's why these talks the last couple days, I think some of you were like, okay, Josh, I admit my sins. And I don't think it's a sin. I'm proud of you. I am. But I'm more proud. I'm going to be proud about what you end up with. Does that make sense? The story is not done. That's what I'm trying to, try to remind everybody, man. So I'm proud for now, but I've seen this one, bro. I've watched this movie many times. You know how many times you watch Big Short, bro? I've seen it in real life. That? Yeah, SPY going down, Sweet Greens pop, Bank of America, Citi, and China. Kind of all flushing. Meanwhile, Path is pathing away. Yeah, the contract's launched, dude. I think you're over 1,000 now. Yeah, we're at 1,500%. But this time, I only made it free once. I have a fuck ton. I hope you do too, Chad, because there were some good plays. And this was a watch list play, asshole. Yeah, it was. Actually, about a week or two ago, and I explained to you how much I love it. Because I was like, I kept talking about this in advance, and now they're getting the momentum. So, yeah, be wise. Yeah, listen. If you want to go through Biotechs, and again, this is trading, I should see you in the trading chat. So, but Biotechs, you could go and look at the calendar. The calendar is getting ripe, but it's also a guessing game. So good luck. Yeah, WWR, like I'm telling you, it's either gonna stay at 180-ish, or it's gonna fail like the $2 and go back to like 170, 160 by the end of the day, or it's just gonna rip through the $2 and maybe be at like 212, 250, which sounds ridiculous, but that's usually what these small caps do, and it's already up 20%. The right time to buy a house, you know when. And that's why I always remind everybody, some of these questions, don't matter how many times they're asked, the answer will be the same. But it's not about like financial sense or your life career. It's about saving, looking every day, and right when there is a steal of a deal, you jump. That's it. That's all we're doing. That's all I want for all of you guys. Super simple. That's why there's no debate about it either. You know why? Because like I'm saying, if somebody offers you a $500,000 house for $300,000, $200,000, what are we talking about? You get what I'm saying? But then everything else, when it's ironically like financial sense, career, that's where people kind of make other emotional decisions with real estate. Why? Because you may not be able to get a good deal if you need to live there for your job. See what I'm saying? So things like that. But it's really about the deal and building equity for a lot of you. It's something to keep your eyes on, but those reality factors do come into play. You know, your budget, your income, as well as like where do you need to live. But generally, the thing I want to encourage for all of you, and where I think you could actionably and practically look every day, is by looking for an area that you want and being able to know their values, because you look at it so much, and then the moment a well-priced one comes, all due diligence is done, and you know that's a steal of a deal. Here, I'll tell you this, bro. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? You know momentum. Remember I told you guys. That was part of the lesson, the bubble lesson, if you didn't watch it. Again, some of you hitting, I'm saying, use it to your advantage. If you don't have momentum, use small good decisions to gain momentum. But, dude, Mitch found a real estate deal yesterday. That's what I'm telling you. This guy's fucking finding horses, finding business, doing all this shit. And then he's like, yeah, I saw this property, and I went and talked to the owner. Long story short, they're like almost, we're going to find out. I'm going to put an offer. I told him to go back there today, but that's the same scenario. And it was like 500, 600,000. It was cheap, but he talked to the guy. They're from China. They want to leave. They want to move. And that's why we're like, all right, fuck it. Let's see. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's a mix of momentum, and then he now knows what we're looking for. And that's, you do too. All of you know. I didn't hide this from you. I never concealed this one. But this is what I do get asked a lot. But so yeah, just find the equity, brother. Find the equity. Momentum. Bring the light, brothers. Yeah, Eli Lilly's going. I can't give you guys one. Not because you have Antifa, but because it doesn't, that's not my auto criteria. Every other one I hit, bro, I'm telling you, killed it. I think they've all done 1,000%. But it has to have a certain scenario, and that one, it's just melting right now with everything. What a day, Chad. So again, give it a little bit. You got tech going in. Oh, Core Weave launching. You got tech going, but like, again, you could either harvest a little or decide your push or not. I do see Sweet Greens running. Again, Core Weave with the launch. We still got those shitty plays. They're actually, oh, they came back down. Remember we made that one free. Again, you could ask me a question locked in and I'll tell you. AKA, you should say, is this strike price too high or not? And I will say yes or no. If you're quick enough. That's what I'm saying. You just need to know what to avoid, bro. Have you not realized what I've showed you guys? Think about it. Even the stream alerts. I think you guys have done a lot better. You have to know which ones are dog shit. That's the real discernment you need. You need to be looking at that chain quickly and effectively by knowing which one is not viable and is dead money. That's why. So all you got to figure out, like even on that one, just yesterday we were talking news and analysis. Again, you don't know if you're front running or not till you get the info, right? But you do gotta, like I'm saying, let's say you get in like a Core Weave right there. I didn't play that one, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm seeing, okay, I'm looking at both. That's the crazy part, because then I have my news too. So then we're looking for the news as well as which option is not good at the same time. That's what you got to be able to do. Yes, your break-even calculation is going to be very important. That's what I'm saying. Some of them, like go look at the one where it's like 75 cents, dude. And then you're 80% out the money. What are you talking about? You're not going to get 100% on that. You know, and then vice versa. Even then, go look at the ones near the money. What does that 145 say? So what are the $2 contracts telling you? There's info. You wish you knew how to ID like you. My brother, all you got to do is try. You'll get there. That's what I'm trying to show you. ETF. I know you could do it. Like, so with XBI, if you really wanted to, I could accept that. You could go near the money. It's actually better on the ETF. The only problem, like I told you, is if it stalls. That's how you're going to get washed. You see, because again, I told you, this play could reverse against us and go down, and then the people who want to bet against us could win. But like I'm telling you, there's a way that it could wash both of us, is if it just goes up 20% and stays here, which is a possibility. Yeah, bro, weed is popping again. It's only 3. It's pretty gradual, so you're kind of here now. $13. Are you talking Lily? No. That one's too. I don't think Lily. I could be wrong, right? So if like I tell you it's not there and it fucking hits, I don't want you to. I don't think it's gonna define what happened. But all I'm saying is my like green light criteria for Eli Lilly, it is not. It's not flashing. So that's why I do think 1300 is mad far. That's the only one with the. But go compare that. Go compare. I'm assuming you're on the 17th. Yeah, go compare that one to the 1060. What is that telling you? So Tyree, the one you just said, what is that? Compare it to the 1060 and tell me what you see. Value per proposition. Erst plans SRT 10 billion of loans. Oklo. I feel like we're in one of those today. The WWR options not moving. I think they already gapped up, brother. So mine are up a fuck ton. So I don't think they're moving any further. Yeah. You can make them free. Depending on how many you have, but they're anywhere from 50 to 100%. Some a little bit more, but they operate with that big spread in those blocks. But they have already moved. So that's why you need it to go 2 and crazy, and then it's going to go in blocks. Because look at how that chain is pretty wide for how small the stock is. You can go shares if you would like, but then you're still exposed to downside holding and then capital constraint. But yes. But again, ask me in the other chat, brother. That's long term. UNH. See, that's the problem, you guys. I don't see you in the other chat. You're fucking. Okay, my fault for confusing you. The one mentioned has a tight one. Yes, it does. But look, because I think Tyree saw it because you guys saw that was the only one not moving. But like I'm telling you, $10 for 1,300, or for another $10, you're now 40% closer. What the fuck are we? Do you see how value will get distorted between there? And so that's not good. And that's what I'm saying. Until it becomes obvious, I'll let you know when it does. But you could also use what I just showed you there and apply it as well. Yeah, most of them just did though. It's gonna go in blocks. That's how these play. But yeah, it's doing great, bro. I'm glad. That's what I'm saying. I sold out of that one. I took my damn loss. And I was like, fuck. But I moved all of the money to WWR instead. So for 6 hours, it looked like we made a bad move. But now that was like a 30% differential levered with options. Kenview again. By the time that option will be worth 20, no. The one option will be worth 20, and that one won't even. That one will probably die still. No, you're trying to put 20 cents. You guys think the price means something. That's what you guys have confused over the years, is that you think I only go for 20 cents. 20 cents is just an easy example, because 20 and 5, 20%, 1, 5, $20 bill, $100 bill, you know? So, but yeah, it's usually they just correlate. But you'll notice the price doesn't really matter. But what you got right with the break even, is like you're saying, depending on what you're paying for, where you need to tell me where it's gonna go. That's why you guys have seen me do it a lot. I could say it'll go here, it'll go there. We have a general idea. So if I have a general, even if I have a 10% edge on where the stock will end up, now you apply that to your break even and what is happening in real time. CRM. Not bad, brothers. Not bad. I don't think I only made one play. I want to take profits, but I also think today is harvest day for some. We took some yesterday, but yeah, I've made everything I want free already, and I want to push the ones I haven't. Nibis now. So again, you got Core Weave, you got ARM, all these little software ones, bro. Meanwhile, everything's red. You guys see it? You have every fucking material play up, and then all these little like mid-cap pumper plays or like high bubble tech are all up. But yeah, so let's see. Dow Jones, 10 in the green, 20 in the red. ARM on the high, 24 green, 77 in the red on NASDAQ. Okay, there's ARM again. That's what I'm saying. That's another one of those. Oh, Zivra was on the list, you guys. I think the document was called Zivra. We already own it, but they have some event coming up. Walmart debuts contactless auto data centers. Auto care centers? Sorry, I'm used to saying data center. Yeah, everything's down. It's just a little pocket of tech. I thought it would, and then all the other ones. Oracle's on the high. Tell me why ain't nothing but a long check. Oracle. Yeah, Oracle's launching low-key. 1.7. But that's like building. Again, it's only these random tech plays. ARM, Core Weave. Yeah, Oracle, the bigger volume. Let's see. Dell did have that circle jerk, dude. They might get it again. I don't know if you saw that Bloomberg chart. What I want you to notice, there's only one arrow going into Intel. I don't know who needs to hear that, but we're already up thousands of %, so don't listen to me. What's the date? Today's the 9th. Yeah, that's why they're so cheap. SoFi, yeah, watch Zivra, SG, yeah, they came back. All the restaurants, Path, woo, Path. Yeah, AMD, I forgot about that the other day. Yeah, Oracle's still climbing. UNH too. Good luck. Yeah, because Oracle, he already recovered that little bad news the other day. Ain't nothing but a me. Serve as well. That's the DoorDash one. All right. Nibis again. That's another one of those. Dude, it's still early. So yeah, all the material plays. It's all the China shit. This happened last time because I think all of them are up 20%. Hardcat again. Oh. No, that didn't hit. Hold on. It only filled one of them. That's stupid. That's not even a crazy play. There's nothing happening. Okay. There you go. All right, this one's a place marker though. Oh, Pepsi. That's what I'm saying. I kind of made another play. It's like the shitty Dell, but I don't think, because again, anything going up right now, like this is not planting mode. You get what I'm saying? You should be either holding like I am if you wanted to, if you already harvested, but then at the same time you gotta just, you could, anything that's already ripping and running, if you're gonna try to add to it, it's gonna be less optimal. I hope you all understand. That doesn't mean you can't do it, but just understand. That's why some of these, I still took one, but that's why I'm keeping it super small, and I'm not as I'm throwing out my place marker, because most of the good stuff are already in. UPS. I do like UPS a lot, man. I just think that 10% risk, and then other names just start popping up while they're staying there, you know? So that's kind of the idea. ALNY. Chemicals oversupply. Oh, really? Dow? Or is that U.S. Chemicals Company? LXRX? Why isn't this thing up a lot? This is only $1 stock? Lexion Pharmaceuticals, so there you go. OKE, value and dividends. Is it energy or am I tripping? If it's energy, that's just gonna turn me off a little bit, but I mean, you're at least getting a deal down on the year. I just don't know as much about it. This has been brought up though. I think I say this every time. It's construction, transport, natural gas, yeah, energy. So I think energy, you're in a good time right now. But it's also like, because energy, this is the first time in my life I've seen energy stocks grow like crazy because of nuclear and all of that. But yeah, it's gonna play a different role in your portfolio. It's gonna provide that dividend. It will be more cyclical, tied to the energy trends, but bigger amounts of money. And if you want the dividend and that, I hope it has stability, then yeah. Bibsy. Oh yeah, he's on, huh? Albemarle. Sorry, WWR is catching. For a fucking penny stock at $2, it's honestly moving way too stable. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? There you go. Give me my 220, dog. You're supposed to go 10 cents at a time on the breakout. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This new generation of pumpers. What the fuck, guys? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're above this breakout. We need, 230, bro. 230 to 250. That's what it did every other time. They all do it. Yalla. Tell me why. I know, no halts, 32%. Fuck yeah. Well, no, that's, never mind then. Don't do the breakout. Hold up, you're right. You know what? I don't want to break out anymore. Thank you, my brother. I don't want to break out. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep doing this. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm down. No, you don't want to break out now that I think about it, because then they'll halt it and then find 90% of the shares to dump for some reason. So yeah. Tell me why. Alright, bro. I'm selling the last fucking UNH. I need to harvest something and I don't, but yeah. I like the UNHs though. I sold some of the other ones yesterday, but I had a good one. I already made it free, but it ballooned. I'm gonna take it. BYPT, it's another biotech. Yeah, they hear me? Yeah, I know, but that's, no, I don't want to fucking halt. I did not even think about it. UNH might go up 100K or 100%. Yeah, you're right. I'm telling you, it's not superstition, you guys. It's a part of liquidity. That's what I've came to learn. That's why on some of the options, watch, you guys might need to help me out one day, because I'm gonna ask you to do it once to see. But that's why, like, when I sell them sometimes, especially if I have a bigger position, it's just straight up liquidity. I think it frees it up and then it causes another reaction. It's very small though. It all just depends on the type of asset, of course. Yeah, silver hit 50 spot this morning, bro. NOK, UNH. I know I sold the NB yesterday, bro. I could have made even more. But then again, I'm glad of where I moved it. It wasn't too bad. Constellation, Palantir on the low. Hot dog. And SPY near the low. I guess NASDAQ down a quarter, SPY down a quarter, Russell Dow a little bit more. I want it, that trade. Tell me why. CDTX, another biotech. CCCX. right. Cog T. Balked. Actually, Big Pop. I was already moving up there, so that compounded to a nice amount. CCCX. Quantum, ALNY, it's another biotech. Confluent too, actually. Don't forget about that one. That was buyout rumor yesterday. Yeah. Hold on. I don't think anybody said shit about that today. That one watched towards Friday. And then the Dells came down. You lost half the gain on the Dell. Because remember, you were in the money. And then it's not in the money anymore. They hoed us. But then again, I did give you that fine. Remember yesterday? I think that was it. That one, or yeah, it was this one. Was the make free point. Well, then even the ghetto ones didn't work. Gold will continue to run. Yeah, why not? I mean, gold is just part of that debasement thing. Someone said it this morning too. It's not even like if the dollar really debases, because if people just believe it and act on it, that's what affects gold. So SPY coming down. A couple of these material plays, they're kind of slipping, except USAR. I don't know why the fuck that one's going up. Yeah, USAR just going straight up, but then the other one chilling. The USAR options are kind of terrible. They're very choppy. They move in such blocks that, like, yeah, you're either going to go up 50 or down 50. Or back to break even. The delay is crazy to see live. Only if you're a degenerate. Like, if you're actually like, oh my god, minute by minute. But to 99% of the population, we are still several minutes ahead of Bloomberg, CNBC, and everything in between. So, it's odd, but it is what it is. Constellation. Is Oracle still going? A little bit. Lyft had a partnership. YPF, we saw that one the other day. And that's Argentina. Oh, dude. Duh, LAR. I forgot about that one, too. I'm surprised that's not moving. There's a bunch of intervention stuff with Malay. And I don't know, dude. They're trying their currency. At some point, LAR, I want LAR to run because of an Argentina deal. But LAR, YPF, dude, if the fucking currency destabilizes again, that might go all the Argentina assets change. So yeah, I think somebody heard me to the tune of 20,000 shares. So I wish you luck. Again, if you're just a greedy bastard, I hope I could help you get a house one day. That's fine. If you're Antifa, we're coming for you. Thank you. Cubes. CR next. All right, I didn't go to the bathroom. Good day. We've harvested one. A lot of the planting yesterday has produced some immediate fruit. So be wise, Chattadownia. Be wise. Oh, I got one of those? I do. All right. I will be right back. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you're a normal citizen, general, like, public, our stream will still give you info you won't get anywhere else, and you'll still get it earlier. Some of you guys just really want 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. That does make the world's difference for some of you. So, but that's just not everybody. It's actually a minority. So I hope you use it well, but at the same time, if you want to make money, like Path was on the watch list, dude. I'm up thousands of % on Path, even WWR. All of these are watch list, and then in the morning, I gave both of these to everybody. It didn't even matter about your timing. These were not news flips. both of those are 1,000 or not. I guess WWR is a couple hundred. I just went bigger, but the path was small. That was every $300 turned into like $4 or $5 grand on path, and that was on the watch list. Let alone me telling you about it months and months in advance. So yeah, that's all. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you don't think I would care about the rest of you guys, I think you're wrong, or you may be focusing on the wrong thing. Because like I'm telling you, you're still early and you still have everything, but it is how you're going to apply it. I know, Josh propaganda's not bad. That's it. You know, I might challenge you a little bit, tell you to step it up, mix it in with positivity, some religion. That's it, just the Jesus stuff. That's all. Some people, that's a deal breaker. But you know, I'm glad to provide. Oracle. UMAC. Yeah, UMAC's waking up 6%, and D-Pro. That's another drone stock. And nuclear SMR. Good call out on that. Yeah, check. I know Oklo went earlier, but look at NNE and then SMR. LAR. Oh, the delays. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, man. Kinda whack. Oh yeah, core even arm. Is that still going? Just type out an essay. I'll pay the plug. God bless you. I did. Not bad. I'm looking over. Well, I might have another one for you. Honest, I'll let everybody hear this, and then just the other guys, you guys are gonna get the 10-second jump, if anything. But yeah, LAR. It's very simple, you guys. You could take a gamble on it, but you need to understand what's at play. Very simple. If Argentina blows up and has a problem in the next 2 weeks, all of their certain assets are going to rip because of inflation. Do you guys remember that? Do you understand even then? Like, look at our debasement as well. That's what happens. So, and then they actually have good assets. So whatever the peso goes to, or the Argentinian one, I don't think it'll matter as much because of what their value is. So yeah, the general idea here, the odd part though, it's a gamble. Because like I'm saying, we have good LAR plays already. So this is what I even told everybody else. It's very simple. We have LAR plays that are good quality. Time is going to serve you well. But yeah, if you could hone in, I don't know when or if it'll happen, but if something breaks in Argentina, these assets should benefit. That is the general idea. So not a recommendation. We're already in it and up a lot. So remember, we've already hit these. That's the difference. So I'm just looking at it again, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I forgot about that this morning, and that's the only one that's barely moved, actually. Remember, all the other ones we have are harvesting. They're up 30%, 20%. Even USAR. What if they nationalize those mines? It's Malay. Malay's tight with fucking Besant, and then, yeah, that's perfect. You see what I'm saying? If he needs a bailout, America's going to do it. That's why we got into this one the first time. So, yeah, it just, I don't know the time. Do you understand? We are already in this play making money. The general idea already worked. The problem is, I'm just saying, there's like actually, go look. We went over it this morning. Trying to see this one. Natural gas storage, FRPT, fresh pet. The NVO, we talked about it a little bit, but it's not as what's it called? I don't know if it's as good. They keep buying stuff, which is great, but remember I was telling you how, like, this is how you could fuck up bad. Because if they keep buying shit while things are good or not as good, and then all of this becomes bad purchases like Pfizer, it's gonna fucking crater them. But then if it works, it'll Abivy them, and then they could do extremely well off of that. SQ, that sounds familiar. What was that other one? Alright, SPY's going lower, man. And Pfizer dump. I'll check the Biotechs. Oil on the low. Equal weight's the one getting worked. So equal weight's back to low. I guess SPY is too. You're still above 67. Damn, we hit a new all-time high this morning. That's fucked up. Yeah, bro, you hit it. This is like the other. What day did we do that? Both of these days. You hit the high, come down, and then, yeah. But you still have names are up, so you either harvest. I don't know if you plant unless it's like red. There's USAR again. Oh, yeah, we do have Jerome Powell. He is going to do a pre-recorded, he has a pre-recorded speech, actually. I'm surprised we haven't gotten it, but I don't think it's going to be that important. I mean, again, Powell is going to be unemployed very soon. I know that sounds weird, but yeah. That's one more to the non-farms. One less. No, he's just going to go work for PIMCO for $20 million a year right after. Don't worry. He'll get rehired. OpenAI said to warn EU over big tech dominance after meeting antitrust chief Ribera. Oh, yeah, EU didn't move. And then, yeah, USAR is kind of taking off. Bro, we hit our $2. Like I told you, it's either going to rip above there or not, but I don't know. This one is trading very calm today in its own way. CRML2, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Thermal. Remember those shitty thermal options? They're coming back. So remember we were going to sell them and panic, and then we were like, fuck it, wait. And then, yeah, they're coming back. Whoa, I'm a business. Woo! Good morning. Oh, yeah, Chad. Spy's going lower. I don't know if you want to hear a horn, but, you know, all your bubble plays are actually going up. So, do as you please, Chad Adonia. Do as you please. Woo! Oh. Larry Thomas, what up, baby? Good morning. Yeah, Sermal, USAR, they're all going up. Where's my boy? Okay, they're dumping WWR. I honestly think it was the pumpers moving from WWR to LAR. So be careful. But yeah, it's still the same setup. But yeah, now your window, the options, if you thought they didn't move here, they're still up. But you either made them free or not, decide to push. LAR is already made hella free. And then you do whatever you need to from there. There's a Whitus in Axon. That. Alright. This feels like Monday, Tuesday, whatever that day was. But yeah, like, again, you hit a new all-time high. Sold off. Ecoid's getting worked, though. I guess they're actually the same, but it's double the SPY. Russell Dow matched up with Ecoid as well. A couple more Bitcoin on the low and a couple of value names on the low. I mean, yesterday was, but you had a weird mix. You had more other, like, I feel like more of the bubble names were down yesterday while the market was doing its thing, and now today, vice versa. And then Yang on the high. See if Baba, China. Oh, those are worked. Again, they're coming back, I think, next week. Core meal. Lakeland. Why is this popping? 5%? I mean, Lake is like protective gear and shit. I've seen this for over a decade. 5% on one candle. That's usually something. I'll leave that one for you. I'm gonna check the news. You live in Lakeland? Lakeland Industries. Auk Lake. I typed in Lake and Auklo at the same time. Auk Lake. New protective nuclear. That's fun to say. Auk Lake. My first exposure to lake stock was the Ebola scare of 2014. Yeah, just 10 years ago, 11 years ago. They said Ebola's gonna spread. Oh, I don't get Ebola from Africa. I said, what do you mean Ebola? Fucking Obama. Obama would say, I'm the president. Yeah, fuck. And then Oklahoma, Ebola. I said, Oklahoma? Since it rhymes with Ebola. That's fucking crazy. And yeah, you remember bowling in 2014. Penn is going up. You've had a lot of random moves on DraftKings, but then Penn is doing good and DraftKings isn't. And then Pepsi, waking up. SPY still going down. I have not looked at Staples. So yeah, Staples are actually up. XLV, XLU, XBI. And then bonds too. They might go green, so not the worst scenario. MPW waking up a little bit. That one's actually been holding. Google on the low now, so you're going to go down. Again, big tech is going to start dripping. Drip, drip. It's been me and long term off the rip. Where's Path? There, USAR. I don't know why that one's the one going. That one was so weird. And then even Core Mill. But yeah, USAR seems to be the one. I mean, but then again, WW 30. If we could get one of them past 30 today, that'll be something. But WWR topped out at like 30, 33%. And a solid level. MGM. CRM, I saw that a couple times today. And then SPY, just more big tech, but then you also do have, like NVIDIA's holding up, but you do still have like, I'd say 70, 60% in the red. Remember, day before that, that was 70 red too, but we're just going back and forth, and then you're gapping up at a high. Google says hackers who target Oracle tech stole mass amounts of customer data. Hot dog. Oracle's trying to move off of that. I think people are just trying to hit Oracle with the hit pieces so that the bubble pops. What the fuck? They're like, they're hacking out. Then they lose money on the deal that made money. But then it's all fake money. I don't know what's happening. Google says dozen of organizations affected by hacking campaign tied to Oracle software. So Google's throwing them under the bus. All right, well, you're getting early word of a hack. Like I said, we had one of these the other day, bro. You just never know how they're going to play out. It could either be 1,000%er or it'll be a dud. But yeah, you're at least hearing about it now, whether you're on locked in or not. Klarna on the low. I don't know, no crazy StubHubs today. That was fun yesterday. KO, McDonald's now. I think Pepsi was going up with it. There's StubHub. Then USAR again. SPA. So you guys realize what happened, right? On WWR? You don't realize it yet because they didn't say it, but that was your halt, if you couldn't tell. It didn't halt, but it did exactly what I told you would happen if there was a halt. Ta-da! No, because I think that, look at it, bro. That's what I was exactly what I was saying. I was like, no, don't halt it, because then they'll find a way to sell out half of it for no reason. But they didn't halt it 30% up. Gave up half of it. That was a nice little pseudo halt. I think they were on USAR all day, but that's at 15 still. Ford on the low. Apple? Or is that Google? No, who was that? No, Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's drilling into the low. RZLT, Resolute, T-Mobile. Oh, where's Tem? And then you do have earnings today, too. You guys have a bunch of different companies. Sunrun as well. We saw that. Yeah, Sunrun's actually getting big candles here. Up 5 and did about through 2% of that in 5 minutes right now. And then SPY's still going low again. Most big tech, high ticker or low ticker is almost fully maxed out. Yeah, all the food plays are doing fairly well. Yeah, UVX. I see the run. Is it Oakley? They're up, but they're not like moving. Yeah, this feels like you've done this several times this week, man. This is the opposite of the day before, and that day was the opposite of the day before that. But yeah, now this SPY's dumping a little harder there. So let's see if we go below 6,700. Now it'll be 60 points. Remember, the other day we did 50 points? You guys remember that? We went straight 6,700. Then yesterday you went right back up. And now we hit another high, and then we go right back down. So again, the question is if you break this or not, go to the same level, or if we turn around before that, or whatever developments we get. But yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, you've literally hit the high, sell off, melt back up the next day, new all-time high, sell off, melt back up the next day, hit the new high, sell off. Welcome to the bubble. Until we get something. And then it doesn't help that all the data is not out. Literally. MSCX, Sunrun still going, and then Cormel, CRML. Is that a real question, or are you trying to confuse people? Google said it's business, brother. So any news, they're not talking like informally, like how you and I would speak. Oh, Google said that this. No. They're saying it as a company statement. So I don't know if you're trying to confuse people or if you're genuinely confused, but that's an easy one. They're just not referring to what's on Google. If they say Google says, it's from a blog post or it's from a company statement. Cormel. All right, bro. I'm happy that those options came back. Because remember, I was like, fucking Reuters scammed us, dude. Yeah, they're back. All right, well, you're in the game now. So those are back in play. Again, you saw your way up on that. But remember, that was supposed to be the scam one that we got whiffed on. And then the move to this one yesterday, where everything's looking good, Chaz. So, yeah, you either harvest or push. Wire, no, it's proprietary, brother. I shared a lot, and then thankfully, I shared most of it before AI came out. So there is a new level that has emerged, and it's not what you think it is. But at the end of the day, nah, we're not. I can't share it anymore because like it's two groups. There's the first group of people who are gonna like paywall the content, steal it, and then remix it for their own weird purpose, and that's gonna happen, but. The part that's wild now is that you mix that in with like real terrorists and some Antifa motherfuckers who are they want to take and learn so that they could remix it with a very, very dark agenda. So I'm not down with it. I don't fuck with that. I just want to help people who want to get money and just live a happy life. Praise God, bro. You know that? So I'll get you the news, and I don't know if you'll get it anywhere else, but you're going to have to trust me. And and anybody who says trust me is usually a bad scenario. So I hope it resonates. I hope it resonates. Other than that, I'd encourage you to watch and see, and you tell me. That's the, let your eyes show you, if anything. But the eyes lie, so do the ears. Yeah. I saw Hormel. So, bro, are you ready? You could do the free share method with your silver bars. You guys realize that? I was looking at my silver this morning. Right when it said $50, bro, I went and I pulled out my silver bricks. And then I started getting utility out of them by holding them. And then, dude, I was just like, bro, I could literally sell one of the bricks and just get all my money back that I've ever paid. And then I'll just have free bricks of silver. It's insane, bro. It's very, very odd. And that's what I said this morning, because I heard it this morning. It was on Bloomberg, so good for them. Because it's a good point, because we've been talking about the gold, the dollar debasement, and like I'm saying, everybody wants to buy things. That's weak for the dollar. But, dude, it's like, all of this stuff with it, man. So hard. Oh, the whole point is, like, as long as people just believe it, it doesn't have to debase. Does that make sense? So if people are worried about a debasement trade and are going to the point where they're buying fucking gold, even at these prices and silvers, it's just showing that the debasement trade is happening with or without a debasement. Do you guys understand that? So right now, people are like, oh, it's going to debase, and it's going up. But then it's like, let's say the dollar somehow doesn't lose, it doesn't lose its footing after a year or two. Doesn't matter. The effect already happened. Ta-da. That's what they're saying. That's the crazy part. That's why, again, sadly, I will have to tell you guys, the same thing I told you about Bitcoin applies for gold. Just remember, if everybody goes nuts on this, and then in the next 6 months we bubble, and here, I don't think this is going to happen, but hear me out. If gold goes from 4,000 to 10,000, and then more people ever than before buy in at 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the banks start moving at 10, you get what I'm saying? And then it just goes back to 4K. Because what would happen? Let's say the bubble collapses, liquidity disappears, even the risk-off assets, or risk-on, or risk-off, they come down too. Gold goes from 10, 7 back to 4, and then goes back up. What would happen to the people who bought at 7 to 10? Whoop! So yeah, all of this, that's the risk of the fucking bubble. Are you guys hearing me? It's not just Bitcoin anymore. You know why? Because you're in a bubble. Ta-da! Do you get what I'm saying? That's the problem. So I'm not guaranteeing it's going to happen because, as long as it materializes good, you could land it. You could stick the landing. Ask Powell, ask Goolsby, ask fucking modern day monetary theory and what they just did in 3-4 years. So you could stick the landing. You get what I'm saying? Most of us didn't really think that, but now we got a crash course in communism. So you could stick the landing, and that's what I'm saying, that if that's the case, who gives a fuck then? Other than that, though, that does offer a different change. On rumor, yes. I was actually telling you about the gold revalue. I think I was telling you guys in March or April. So yeah, shout out to Watchlist. But yeah, that was one of our crazy theories this year. And I think there was a real way to look at it without being a nut job. There was a real economic basis to understanding gold and deficits and central banks and how it stacks up with everything we got. LAC. Hi. LAR. ASTS, Honda. Lake again. All right, and the materials are coming back up. Hi. Give it 30 minutes till Euro close, but there some more than others. I don't think WWRs are still killing it, but I would like for it to go back up. But now look at USAR, LAC, and then Cormel. Cormel is doing great, bro. I'm glad now, because that one's BS because of Reuters. But yeah, all your plays are green. So if you didn't like that and you felt you got scammed, just get out now with your money. You can make some money on it because they were going to hoe us. The found money theory, baby. I know. Isn't it crazy? We're getting there, though. That's what I'm saying. That next year. You guys don't realize how next year is part of the plot and all the things I've told you. That's what I'm saying, bro. We're all that money, all the things I disagreed with are hitting. Get ready. All right, I need to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Real Cult News on Twitter. Love you, Chatadonia. The Lord is with you. The Lord is with you. Amen. Burb.
The silent generation, according to the results of a Goldman Sachs survey of 1,000 high net worth individuals. Millennials are also shunning public equities relative to older cohorts, with just 27% of their portfolios in stocks, compared with nearly 50% for baby boomers. In fact, 54% of millennials surveyed perceive alts as the best exposure to growth industries, a response to the disappearing number of public companies and startups staying private for longer. This generation, of course, came into adulthood during the internet and now AI booms, enriching many of their tech-savvy peers. Millennials were also early in their careers when the financial crisis struck, which may have something to do with why they perceive equities to be riskier than older generations as well. And as we think about our role in the media, the survey asked respondents how they get information about alternatives, and the number one answers: financial TV news. Yes.
Really?
Pat on the back there. I know, I was surprised by that too. But yeah,
it's encouraging.
Important role there.
It's encouraging.
Which is why it's so important that you're covering it actually on CNBC.
Yes, because there is one of the big complaints about alternatives is that there's just a lack of information, a lack of transparency. Millennials are clearly more comfortable with that, but they're getting their news from the media far more than any other source, including financial advisors, by the way.
Right. Now, also used to be a lack of liquidity. There are any number of different products being constructed that are going to create at least some form of liquidity, not necessarily on a daily basis, but do they understand what that means?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of their understanding of the liquidity element, of just the overall information asymmetry element, of the fee element, those are all complaints that people have made about why not to get into alternatives. It seems like at this juncture, millennials are just more comfortable with that notion than the older generations, and even perceive equities, which are liquid, to be riskier. So, I mean, I think liquidity itself is not an indicator of why they should shun a certain asset class over another one.
Right, and that's before any of this.
You don't even talk to your kids. I don't want to hear you.
Hey.
And you know that all these people, go talk to your kids on TV instead of talking to the kids on what they should invest in when y'all just trying to make money off them. Anyways, so what I want to tell you guys, that you don't need the document for the email anymore. It's late. It's too late. The play was XBI. And then there's the Biotechs. I guess we could go over all of them on the watch list tonight. But here's the deal. This is what I want. In the spirit of being locked in, right? If you guys email me before market open, I'll send you something. You know, you got to go in the locked in chat and say, Josh, I emailed you. You have to type it in the chat so I see your name. And the email has to correlate so I know that you're legit. You get what I'm saying? And then, yeah, if you're up before the bell, I'm up before the bell and I'm working. You guys don't know that? That's what I'm saying. That's why every day I have I'm working an hour before I go live. Every day. And then I'm praying and pooping as well. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I have all of that stuff. So That's why this morning I was like, you know what? Might as well just send it to him. But because I kept writing a bunch of stuff down, and I was like, it's too much to keep in my head. So yeah, I have a lot. Yeah, the chat will be live. It will be live, and then I posted it in there at like 5-something a.m. A couple of you emailed, and then it just got hectic after thousands of people showed up. You get what I'm saying? But for the very few who are up and early and ready to go, and if you're sitting around, no stream, email me. Go in this chat, the live stream one, or the locked in one, and let me know. But I have to know. I have to see your name. And that's why I'm saying, if you're emailing me and I can't see your name in the chat, you should go back to the other chat room. Otherwise, it's fine. You're just going to pay more money to get less. That's okay. You get your speed like I offered to everybody. I'm fine if you want to pay for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. That's fine by me. But the knowledge, the learning, and teaching people to take it to the next level, I need the real people. And I'm not going to support any of the nonsense, and I'm not going to enrich people who are going to use it for evil. That's it. That's my responsibility. I've been blessed with so many things. I have to watch out to make sure it does not get used for bad. That's all. That's all, baby. So let's go. Isn't that exciting? I think that's super exciting. So fuck out of here, bro. That's really exciting. Let's get it. Yeah. No, it's good. This is day 2, you guys. Day 2, day 3. So this is all just getting used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we'll try it out for a month, but you guys didn't know. I just came up with it. So just be on the lookout tomorrow morning. And like I'm saying, if you're early, anything. Anything. If you email me in the morning and I see you in the chat, and if I have something, I'll send it on over. Neutrala. A lady repricing everything, higher or lower? But then think about it. I was just thinking about it this morning, dog. Hold on. Now that you said it, it's not as deep as you think. You know the answer. Homeboy went into a jewelry store, and they were repricing the jewelry. Why? I thought about this morning. That's so funny. Do you guys know why? Yeah. Yeah, bro. Gold and silver. Think about what's happened to gold and silver. So, yeah, like, I'm sure. I thought about it when it went to 50. I saw the alert, and it said $50 or $50 an ounce, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, didn't every piece of jewelry just go up? I'm like, what about Rolexes? And what about watches now? Because I'm like, that's insane, bro. $50 an ounce silver is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of, dude. I'm sorry, silver guys. And I'm making money off of it. I'm not against it. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is this, dog? Yo, Circle. Ooh, Circle. It's only $1. It looks way bigger probably because of the ETFs. But eyes, and then MDT and Boeing on the low as well at the same time with a couple of SPY plays. But yeah, man, it's $50. $50. We're not saying 40 anymore, brother. Yo, you guys, all right, it's good that you email me now, but yeah, like, just do it in the morning, and then I need the confirmation in the chat. So that's why, and it's very simple. If you are banned and I can't see you in the chat, until you get unbanned, you don't get shit. So it's very simple. It's not, that's why. So, and I have a system, and there's a reason why. Because my bands, I've used it to track other things. So it's very simple. But yeah, so tomorrow morning, just if you guys are up and early, so am I. Woo! Why, I'm gonna wake up late tomorrow now. No, yeah, you guys are good. Yeah, your Chad credit score is real, you guys. That's all I'm telling you. I have a computer. I track it, even social media, and your name, your aliases. That's all. I just don't do anything bad with it. And at the same time, I've never shared it. So that's why I just know who's who. I really do. That's why I'm not. 90% of people, 99 are not bad people. That's it. It's the literal. I discovered what the fuck. I put in the connection after it was 2 people who they blew their cover. And then once I figured it out, I was like, damn, that's dark. So yeah, bro, I don't give a fuck. Just be yourself, be your thing, be good in the chat. Your reputation does precede you. Make no mistake. Oracle. Bear down, baby. Oh yeah, we got push-ups in 20 minutes. Oracle and Broadcom. Oh, where's our WWW? Winning the rec game? Are you that fucking EJ guy? If that's you, just leave so I don't have to ban you, but otherwise, I don't know what you mean. Don't break the rules. Last guy who brought up 2K fucking tried to flex a play right after, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Arm again. You saw that breakout there. I think we got one more play left. You email me in the morning if you want something. That's all. Like, so because I'll have data in the morning. I'll have potential plays. I'll have info, and I'll put it in a Google Doc. And then if you want it before I go live, I could send it. I just don't like talking that early. I got to do my day. Data to expand further data center in India and Taiwan. Microsoft blog. Oh, that could be why ARM. Check CoreWeave too. But yeah, I don't know if that, or AMD. But yeah, there's a Microsoft blog talking about data centers India and Taiwan 2026. No, the email is so I could send you the info. You have to type in the chat so I see you're not banned. That's it. Ideally, if YouTube wasn't supportive of terrorists, and just, I don't know why they've done that. And again, I don't know why they show my videos to people who have hurt this stuff so much and then will not give my video to the hundreds of thousands of people with a fucking bell turned on. And then they will allow them to do that. So, because otherwise I could have just posted the doc in the chat and all of you could have it. But you have ops in here who want to pay me. So that's fine. There's real people. I'll get it to them. I like working. I do. I love it. God is good, bro. So yeah, and if you're up early, it's a cool idea. Like I'm saying, above all else, I'd focus on the positive. I think some of you guys are up early with me. And if you need info or if you want stuff, I might have some things every morning. So I'll see you in this chat room and then we'll go from there. Oh, paying the plug, Mr. Reese. It's good, baby. Are you ready for more? I hope you guys want you to all stumble into greatness. Please don't stumble from being good, man. You know that? The importance of these reminders. That's all you needed. You guys know that? All you needed was a reminder. That's what I believe about most of you. I don't think you're bad people. I hope you're hearing this and it makes you feel good because you're great, bro. You guys got a power inside of you. That's it. I don't think you're bad. I think some of you have made mistakes, as have I. I don't think you represent yourself to the highest, as do I. Oh, but you know everything. All you needed is a reminder, brother. That's it. You just need a daily reminder until the point you're reminding yourself. That's it. I hope y'all feel me, man. That's it. And if you look around, you're like, why do they do that? Why are they acting like that? They just they stop reminding themselves, dog. That's it. That's all. Or they ignored the reminder. I feel it, bro. I feel. I hope you do too. That's reality. That's reality. Yeah. No, it's the same email. Because again, if you've harassed me on email and are blocked on my email, you will not get the content. It goes both ways. Very purposeful. I've turned a lot of bad things into my tools. I thought my email getting terrorized was a bad thing. I found the seed of success in it. Praise God. Yeah, man, that's good. Just remind yourself. Remind yourself of what you need to do. Remind yourself of your potential and in the mission, bro, all the time. And you stay reminded. Again, this applies to trading. That's what I'm saying. Those lessons we went over yesterday, you need that constant reminder. That's it. That's how you're going to fuck up. That's how the good play is going to lead to the bad play, because you didn't remind yourself. That's all. Reminder. Oh, I have another one. Did I put it on there? Oh, I forgot. Just reminded me. Do I offer the real estate where someone pays you? I haven't launched that yet, but for you, my brother, it's on the house. I think you're a serious individual. You've already purchased homes. You've been here for years. I don't think you've ever violated a single rule. That's why I remember your name so specifically. So yeah, just shoot me an email, and either after the bell or maybe if we have time during an 11 at 11, I'll give you a call. Sound good? Sounds great. SPGI. That's on Simon, is it? No, that's SPG. Happy to pay it for it. Let's do it. I know, do you still have those Virginia leads? Get us a lead. Not for me. Get a lead for a Chad. Let's get like a $100,000, $200,000 house with good equity, and let's give it away. Let's give it away to somebody like you, where they want to do it and they ask me one day, and then I'm like, wow, this guy's never been banned, never done anything. Let's hook him up. Never done anything but good things. Because I think you did a lot, James. So God bless you. You're in VA, yeah, dude. James got some good shit out there, and he just made good progress. Like I'm saying, I know. And for all of you. Especially while you're living in the bubble, man, and you're going to look around and be like, what the fuck? People making millions of dollars? Some of them are, and a lot of them won't keep it, but it doesn't matter what they do. But I need you to all realize that, 3, 4, 5 years of good decisions, little by little, man, you can become a millionaire, but at the very least, I know all of you will surprise yourself with your progress. So just remember, man, little by little. Little by little. That's literally, I've seen James do it and a lot of other Chads, but the part is they always impress me with the scale year after year, because that's what happens. You'll scale it, build a good foundation, do your thing, and yeah, it adds up and it scales. That's what you want. That way you're doing the same thing and you're just getting paid way, way more to do it. That's the idea of the stock market, brother. Path. Pepsi too. Oh, you did get your first. I remember that. You had such a good history. I blotched it out. Praise the Lord. But yeah, it's cool. I'll look over it. You're not. I don't think you just made a mistake. All of you did. I understand that. I hope you guys do too. I'm not holding things against you, but you have to. I can't get in the way of learning. That's what I did. You'll hear it in today's philo. I didn't realize it. So I helped a lot of people, but I got in the way of a lot of people's learning. I did. It's sad. I don't like it. Forgive me, Father. I helped thousands, if not millions, but there's another set of thousands of people I got in the way of their learning. So that's what I mean. I have to let you guys learn this shit. Otherwise, it's not going to help. That's what I'm saying. If you get bailed out all the time, if all you're doing is... I don't think there's anything wrong with following plays, but you can't build a whole life around it. You get what I'm saying? I need you to get addicted to it to the point of where it's like, yeah, I could do this and I want to do it. And let it create in you. That's what we need. But I don't want to get in anyone's way, man. Am I saying Pan or Pam? Pat? No, dude, I think if you go in front of the mirror 3 times and say Path, fucking Kathy Wood pop out. She's an innovation. It's innovative. It's innovative. I think Bitcoin's gonna go to 19 million, actually. And well, so you better watch out, dog. You know that? I was scared of Bloody Mary when I was growing up. Now I'm like, fucking Kathy, dog. You know that? Dog, last time I did that, bro, you know how many fucking ARK ETFs I had in my long term? It's fucking... I was like, what the fuck is ARK Innovate, ARK Invest, ARK? There was only 2 of each animal on the... Oh, hell nah, man. But yeah. So be careful. Just be careful. You don't know what's out. Oracle. 300. Oh, yeah, they hold those CNCs. Damn, Albemarle went up 200, the free ones. You have a lot of time on them. I don't know if you want to hold it. Oh, excuse me. ARK has had a good year. Yeah. Why? If you could tell me why ARK went up in context to today and what I shared with you, you're learning. Because there's something about ARK that I would bring up with something else. And then again, it is having a great year. That's very objective. Why? Think about it. We talked about something today. And it's not like ARK, but it's exactly like ARK. Nothing like ARK at all, but it's exactly like ARK. What is it? You guys are close. Locked in chat, a couple in the non. You guys got it, but be more specific. Give me the word. 2 words, technically. Financial concept I've shared with you that you are aware of. Even been talked about in, I want to say the Fed have brought it up, but you've heard it on Bloomberg and shit too. There you go. Long duration. That's the word you're looking for. Very prevalent in 2023 during the banking crisis. Remember long duration in banks? Yeah, that's what it is. ARK's a long duration stock, right? These names that they have the chance to make money in a very long time. That means they're going to need a lot of money to survive. They survive off of that. All right, ARK is surviving off of, none of them are profitable. A lot of them aren't. But if the money's flowing, easy rates and financing, these are long duration stocks where it's like you're planning to make big growth in a long time rather than like hold for a long time and catch a dividend. But these are long duration. Some long duration do pay dividends though. But yeah, that's why I was saying, that's why I went into biotechs today. See, I'm not. And now look, I don't want an ARC breakout. You see, look at ARC is over here. Biotechs are over here. But they're almost exactly the same. But they're not. And that's because we're in an AI bubble. But then again, mix in a couple policy. This is the OG long duration. Ta-da. But yeah, we brought this up for years. Anytime I've talked about long duration, I do mention biotechs. Go on the video from a month or two ago. We did talk about it. That's why I'm like, oh, fuck. We should have picked it up earlier, but I don't like them when they're not moving. That's why, like, I would rather play the breakout than buy it in the middle and not know. So we should have gotten on this breakout, but I think we got caught up with everything else that, like, called materials. But yeah, Pat. Fuck. Patty Wood. Patty Wood, yeah. Oh, you Amy. Price of gold and the bank failures. Kind of. I don't know, it's not like it's not the main cause, but that's just another way to kind of view the debasement. You know, just like I said, the simple way you guys could kind of get it, like I'm telling you, is everybody wants to buy everything else. That means the dollar's getting weaker. Think about it. Everybody wants gold, Bitcoin, house, everything, stock, worthless paper. It doesn't matter. Everybody wants everything but the dollar. So that's part of that debasement. That's why gold. And then again, you know, the last time that happened, there was a crisis because, ironically enough, crisis and debasement go hand in hand. That's why people get somewhat worried and people get very optimistic. But there's a relation, but I don't know what it's per se saying exactly right now because there's so much of that relationship at play and that has been at play over the last couple of years. The Oracle hack shit. Like I said, the hacks, I gotta find a criteria to make sure, but like if you get a real like hack that exposes the company, you're gonna hit 1,000%, or that thing will die. But it's like, I want to say maybe 2 out of every 10 hacks are actually legit affect the value of the stock. Maybe 1 out of every 10. And I don't know how to determine it though, because it's very technical. Every company has different exposure, you know, different liability. You remember who was the one a couple years ago? The 0 day from Microsoft, was it Snowflake? You guys remember that? There was one like that, and it hit everybody, but even then, they had to pay a fee, but it still wasn't Crowd, I think. Yeah, Crowd. It wasn't even that bad. But then, I think the Okta one was terrible. I think is Crowd still down from that? That was in SolarWinds, right? Yeah, that was like right here. I think it led to, or that could have been some other stuff. I think it was here though, or one of these. But then there's many times, like again, Oracle and other things have gotten hacked and like they won't move. I think Okta hack was one of these. One of these big dips was, I think here, 23. Eli Lilly again. You're in the airport for the Crowd one. Isn't that funny? How you could like remember where you were. I have one, bro, Chipotle. There was bad like Chipotle Ebola news. I hit a 20,000%er. This was like 10 years ago. But I'll never forget, I was in a fucking Kinko's. I'll never forget. I was in downtown LA and I had to do something, and I'll never forget where the fuck I was, bro. It's so odd. I remember everything about it. I was in this little like office building Kinko's doing some shit, getting it printed out. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, crowd we did. That was a good one. Again, that's what I'm saying, though. The idea, what you should be looking for is how can we confirm that? How can you confirm the hack will have a material effect? That's the problem. That, like, we'll get the news and we'll know, but we won't know which one is, like, money. That's the hard part with all of them. Hence why Oracle today, that's why I tell you this all the time, right, when it comes out. Because Oracle had that hack shit right there, and whoop. Even then, the other bad news the other day, and SPY's coming down. I love how NVIDIA is holding up. WWR, baby. You guys, I'm pretty sure that was a pseudo halt. Give me like a year and I'll figure it out. But yeah, I think that was. Because I think all of this money is fake. That's what I'm telling you. I think this was a market maker. I was just laughing. I was like, they haven't halted it. They won't halt it. We don't want to halt. I said, because a bunch of money will show up out of nowhere to dump it. And then what happened? A bunch of money showed up out of nowhere and dumped it. We just didn't get a halt. And then it kind of, in my mind, if I chop this up into smaller blocks, it would look like a 1-2 minute halt and then reaction. Even look at how it's trading at the levels. These are your halt levels, essentially. So yeah, interesting. But you're back up. All your options at the peak, they're up 100 and something. It comes down, they're up 50 from yesterday. So make your mind up and live with... Oh, dude, I keep blanking. I have another play, you guys. I have another one, yep. I forgot. Nothing to do with anything you're looking at. That's the... Because you guys don't think it's funny? I came out of fucking left field with the Biotechs today. So, head on a swivel, baby boy. I don't know if we go near the money or not. Oh, yeah. Oh, I shouldn't do it on that account. I don't know if there's Reddit news. Bonds are taking a bid. I think government reopening could be negative, yes. I've been saying that one on the watch list. Because then it's going to, but it'll hit with a lag. Most people don't realize this. The data comes in later. So even if the government reopened up to tomorrow, you wouldn't get the jobs report, the old one, for another 2 weeks. So I don't know how the delay will play out. But yeah, I do think the end of the shutdown is more bearish than the actual shutdown, in my mind, and history. But then overall, they don't have to be bearish in general. Do you understand? So a government shutdown is not a bad thing by default. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you have to understand that so you don't get confused. Because like I'm saying, it could be bearish after, but that doesn't mean that is the only outcome. Right? Especially if the data and other things line up, you may actually get the opposite and continue this bubble and rip. FTNT, Fortinet, and then SPY coming down. I was trying to get a bid in other places. I want it long term. Tell me why ain't nothing but a long trade. Okay. A melano Arnaz? I haven't. I'll have to look. But that's what I'm saying is that this is why I came in this morning. And I don't know. I feel like in a weird way, Martin Shkreli inspired me. Because after that one you guys called out, and I was like, oh, it was late. But I told you, I was like, I don't like Martin Shkreli. I like him, but I don't. I just don't trust him. He's like, I don't know. He kind of acts like one of those Antifa Reddit people, but then I know he has sense. I don't know how to describe it. And then he's kind of just gets sketchy here and there. But like, I really think he knows his shit on biotechs. I think he knows them better than me. And I'm pretty good at them. All right. I just apply my risk reward gambling to them to get a different edge. That's how I just showed up this morning with it. So yeah, I just, after seeing that other one go up so much, and I'm like, huh, interesting. And then we kept seeing him yesterday. I pulled out the calendar and I'm like, holy fuck, this whole thing is ripe for the end of the year. But other than that, it's, I'm just going to, that's why I went through and I started looking at these. So all of the biotechs are just like, I think it's just from now until the end of the year. It's part of the long duration trade. That's where I'm saying, some of them are going to rip so hard off the approvals, just like you saw with that Shkreli one. Those are going to happen, but then some are going to fail, and then there's going to be a bunch. So think about what I'm telling you. That's why I have all of them. I have all the list. I found all of them. But now, instead of fucking gambling on all of them and trying to play the back and forth, why the fuck don't we just buy the ETF and run it up till the end of the year? Merry Christmas. And there you go. Here we are. So yeah, I like them all, but you're gambling individually. You know, you got to find the edge there. But at this point, I think in bubble long duration mode, closer to the money, just ride the wave on the whole index. A couple of them are going to get really lucky. Some won't. I know Shkreli. I've listened to him, but a lot of you have gone there. I think he's polluted some of your guys' minds. You know, some of you have a couple years ago, but like I said, I think he's an intelligent person. He's just the example of character. That's it. I think he's really smart, and he would do, if that man had good character, I think he'd rule part of the world, and I'd help him. But if you could have all the skill in the world, no character, especially in this AI world, they're just not going to cut it. So, like I'm saying, because even then, you guys called out that play the other day, it's already up hundreds of %, and then the source has zero character, but that's okay. What did I tell you? I looked at it, and I was like, oh, man, I would have played it if there was an option, because even though that man may not have character, he knows his shit about biotech, which means you're probably hearing about it. We don't know. We don't know if he don't have character. I don't know if he's telling me early, late, in the middle. That's where, you see what I'm saying? But the idea, that's why I said, like, I'm not, even if it goes up the next day, I'm like, okay. I was looking, I was like, I would have not played it. I would have played it if I had options. I didn't play it because it was up too much. I don't want to get in the middle of that. But then I kept thinking, and that's what I'm saying. That's how we got here this morning. And I'm like, holy fuck, it's just long duration. And then there's all of these names on the calendar. I'll just wait till he finds one for me. But then that's it. And then at the end of the day, I think riding the long duration financial wave tied to it, that might be the real one, or easier to, that might be the easy one. I don't know. Either way, biotechs, long duration. That's the story. And then you could go and pick the biotechs right now. You could go pick and choose. But like I'm saying, if just a couple or more of them have advancements than not, ETF is going to serve our purpose. Oh, you guys distracted me. I had another play. All right, here, hold on. So yeah, never mind. I forgot. I won't tell all of you. You guys just get it early. That's it. You guys get 10 seconds. So the what's it called? J&J and BMY. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but there's a court case. And then it has something to do with like a patent. If J&J, they get it, I think it gives them upside. It could add downside, but then BMY has a license. So part of the patent would mean a licensing for BMY. So these are value staples. So be careful, not a recommendation, but that's an expected catalyst. I just don't know when. Man, Reddit's going. SPY's going down too. Is Microsoft selling or ripping? No, it's selling. Hot dog. Yeah, Google's on the low. Meta's on the high. Shitty day, bro. It's like shitty because it's just repeating every other day the same bullshit. So yeah, I think maybe we'll overshoot 67. I don't think you'll hit 6,700, but if you do, same exact day, just bigger. Tell me why. Core mail. We need an annual Chad conference. I'm down, bro. I have a place. I got a place we could do it at. Yeah, bro. I love it. We got good signs, too. I have people already down to short-term rent out the place on the 30-day. So things are looking really good with the farm, you guys. I think we might keep it. So, like I'm saying, I was even talking to Mitch about it last night. I was telling him how I was like, listen, man, because I think Mitch wants it for generations. Everybody does. When you go there, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a generational property. But it's like, I told him, I was like, man, we just have to make it stupid to sell. You get what I'm saying? Right now, you got $500,000 equity. I already have an offer. We know we could make $500,000. But like I'm saying is if we could get 50% of the mortgage on the horses, now we're paying and making money. And then we get a fucking rental business on there, plus whatever else we want to do with it. Then we even partner up with other companies, the horses, and God knows. And then we build the data center, or something, you know what I'm saying? Solar, computer, server. We won't build a full data center, but I think you know what I'm saying. But the whole idea is like, if this thing's netting us double, triple the mortgage and cash flow every month, why the fuck would we sell it? So that's what I'm saying. We just got to figure that, and then boom, we could do whatever we want. I even told them too, if the horse business gets popping, we could either use it or Airbnb, and that would be the vision. Because once it's fully paid for, if y'all are already been there and that, you guys pull up whenever you want. It's yours. Ta-da! Yeah, and then the wedding venue shit. But I don't know if we do the horse thing. I don't know. That might cut out the venue opportunities. The horse manure. I know. You can monetize it all. No, we can't. The insurance. So live shows are hard to insure. So I don't want to do any. That's what we learned from the last one. The insurance company was like, you're not doing musical events? That changes everything. It's kind of nuts. GM, Reddit's still climbing, Pat. Sorry. Yeah, GM starting $29,000 Tesla or EV. I saw somebody, what did they say? They showed a clip of Elon saying how he wanted the Model 3 to be like 20 grand. And then they're like, that's from 2006. Inflation adjusted, 39,000 is 20 grand. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, are you ready for this one, you guys? Oh, fuck out of here. Are you ready for this? Dog, this one's terrible. This is why you guys don't think it's weird how we still see this nonsense and nothing has changed. If you haven't realized, it's because you can't just press undo. That's what I kind of realized. And I'm like, holy shit, bro. These people who got in already, they have built their moat around not giving up power. And like, these people have already been supported heavily, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, oh man, are you ready for this? Remember the lady I showed you yesterday? It gets better, you guys. Find out why inflation means, if literally, thank God for inflation. You know why? Because inflation justifies abortions. It does. That's not my opinion. I will have Katie Porter explain it to you. Take it away, Katie.
President Biden has said that inflation is the number one priority for the Biden White House to try to get under control right now. As you're out there in California talking to constituents during this re-election year for Congress, how does inflation compare to this newly important, in the sense of the Supreme Court decision pending, abortion issue? How do those two issues compare?
Well, I don't think they compare. I think they actually reinforce each other. So the fact that things like inflation can happen and it can become more expensive to feed your kids and to fuel your car is exactly why people need to be able to be in charge of how many mouths they're going to have to feed. So I think the fact that we're seeing this jump in expenses, that we're seeing people having to pay more in the grocery store, pay more at the pump, pay more for housing, is a reason that people are saying, I need to be able to make my own decisions about when and if to start a family. So I don't think we're going to see them. I don't think it's like about comparing them or contrasting them. I think they reinforce for people just how big of a responsibility it is to take care of a family.
You guys don't get, you know what's scary? This was like several years ago. That's why I'm ashamed. I'm just fucking seeing this. Bro, this isn't like she just said this. This lady has been rising up in the ranks of politics on this dumb shit for the last like 5 years. Look, it gets better.
State out. State could lose. Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to say that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't.
This is an uncut clip of her yelling at her workers.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. State could lose.
Okay, and then here's the thing. And one of you made that joke because I told you, I was like, I act like her. I do. I'll act like her sometimes. I'm very aware to notice that, you guys. But do you want to know what the fucking fucked up part is? I'm not walking around acting like all of my blow-ups and everything I say isn't live. I'm not trying to act that I tell you I'm this and that, and I'm not trying to conceal it, motherfucker. Do you not realize that? Do you not see the giant red flag? Oh no, bro. That's why I'm like, dude, it's very weird. And then Trump is supposed to come on. I have this feed. Yeah, dude, Intel, bro, it's hit $38 3 times and won't stay above it. As I told you, that's a big level, man. 38. That's what I'm saying. She's one person on, filming off. I think a lot of you are going to be pleasantly surprised, maybe disappointed. I'm exactly the same everywhere, brother. I think that's what tripped even the guys when they meet me. Is it's fun. But that's why, I mean, I like authenticity and real. I don't think I'm perfect. I don't think I do everything right, but at least I do it above board. And someone could call me out on it. You could see it. And at least I'm giving you who I am and I'm showing you who I am. Uncut, unfiltered, so you could come to that determination. I'm not picking and choosing my moments to highlight And that's what I'm saying. And then try to tell you I care about people. I tell you I care about people, and I explain and I show you how. Because I would be a liar if I said I'm telling you there's some people, if I'm getting in the way of helping them, it's even if I want to help, I can't. And we have to operate a certain way. Yeah, I don't like this. You know, like, you could act certain ways, bro. No one's perfect. Like I'm saying, it's funny how I see that lady and I see my own behavior in there, and that's a good correction and something I could learn too. But it's also like I'm also noticing there is something where I'm glad. I am at the very least glad that I'm not one way behind the screen or behind cameras and act another way there. That's it. I try to keep you guys away from my terrible habits because I don't think that's good to promote. But even then, I am very, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's shocking, bro. This lady is she's the front runner to Gavin, but I don't think we know who she is. That's what I'm saying. Soon be awarding Dr. Carson Presidential Medal of Freedom. Hell yeah. Oh man, enjoy it, baby. Have a good day. The long term. Oh yeah, that's why it's just deception. I agree. I'll be who I am, and I don't think what I do is perfect, but I ain't gonna try to deceive you on it. And I think a lot of these people do. They want you to think of them as good people. I'm fine if you don't act like a good person, but why are you trying to make it seem like you are? Like, that's the whole idea. Is she worse than Gavin? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I would love to see a Chad run one day. Nibis again. Pat. Sorry. And then bonds are taking a bid. Don't we have a 30-year auction today? And you guys, they're going in waves. LAR fade in, but still, that's surprisingly the only one that hasn't moved. Think about it. All X, and no, there's one more, I think, that didn't go up as much. Material one. No, 30-year, not 3-month. Is it TMQ? I think there's one more. I'm blanking. Fuck. I'm blanking on. There's one more I saw. I have it, I think, and it just didn't move. Path got picked up on Wall Street bets. I know it did, you guys. That's why that's why I tweeted that yesterday. You guys don't, bro. Our play on Path was ridiculous. And then go see how everyone's, and it's crazy because I was talking about it for months. And then after we got the bubble confirmation with NVIDIA, we fucked up that 2-day pullback, bro. Then go look at the dates of it all. So you pretty much had like a 3-day, 4-day front run on Wall Street bets and everybody else. They're going, again, this is the only cheap AI stock now, if you really think about it. And then depending on the headlines and all of that. So like I'm telling you, it sucks because I'm the guy you hear about it at $12 from. If you come and want to get involved here, I can't help you. And then don't ask me, because then you're gonna hurt yourself. But if you lock in and pay early, I mean, you got almost a week front run on Wall Street bets. Yeah, one of the biggest bubbles in the world, that's gonna pay you. It already did. And again, that's why too, I need you guys to figure out some of the options, because some of you played it. So I think someone only made like 100%. I'm up over 1,000. I went for, again, different options. Go watch the old videos. Go watch the pricing, how to find 1,000%ers. It'll teach you. But yeah, not every option was equal. That's the crazy part. So you got to think about it. If you went near the money, let's say you grab like a 13 or something, you know, you got to move, or even a 15, you're $2 in the money, $200. plus whatever the time premium. That's what I'm saying, the break. But if you were positioning here and it went out of the money and it's still not in the money, but once you go in the money, it slows down. So our out of the money runway, we have a lot more. So that's why the percentage gain was substantially larger. Because I paid way less, but then it was way less likely. But it was way less likely at $12. Now it's way more likely at $17. But then once you're in the money, you only get dollar for dollar. But that same option that made me money, that's the same option that'll fuck you over if the stock stops moving or it makes a move and then doesn't move enough. That's the one where you could lose money on even if the stock goes in your direction. So that's what you're trading. That's what you're giving up to get that. You see, the guy who did the near the money, he's going to get something different. He has a better lag opportunity where if it stalls out, he's not going to get killed as much. Or if it stays there for the next month, he'll still make money. The other one, you will not. The other one, you're relying on the momentum until it's in the money. But once it's in the money, though, that's another ballgame. That's what it is on the sweet spot. I'm finding the ones that are perfectly out of the money that are going to get in the money. That's why. You guys think we're just going for out of the money. You're not. The sweet spot where you make fucking bank is just what I told you. Because it's all different. One strike will be the difference between 500 and 1,000%. You see what I'm saying? Because if that one was cheaper and gets perfectly in the money to where you expect, I could tell you the payout in the future before it happens. And then vice versa, though, if you're paying higher or it only goes up less, you had a little less runway, you'll still make money, but again, it's going to have a way different return. So that's what I'm saying. But you got to keep it small. Everything I said out loud right now is going to get you excited. But if you don't remind yourself to control that, you're going to get fucked up, dude. I'm telling you. So, yeah, you got to find that balance, and that's why use it to your advantage. Please watch the latest watch list. I gave a very good lesson that I think will help you all. And then, yeah, we just got to play it in between. And I don't know, maybe let me fuck up your mind real quick for the better. Stop, because now I think this might fuck you up. Because now you guys keep looking at the option chain, which is good, but you need to do more at the same time. And what I mean is that you need to start thinking about where the stock is going to go. I think a lot of people are ignoring that. I think a lot of people forgot about that. So that's something you got to keep in mind. That's really a part of this. You get what I'm saying? It's very important. And think about it. None of you have asked me that. You've all asked me 20 cents. You've asked me about the chain, but you're not asking me about the stock. Do you see why? I'm telling you, you long-term people, you're going to have a way better advantage, especially if you ever want to get to trading. Not only are you not losing anything and doing good, but that. So that's what I'm saying. It's just you have to know where the stock, you got to think about it. You don't have to know per se, but think about it and try to get an idea and ask yourself questions to you that's what you're playing. You're underlying. You could have asked me what I thought about that for the long term, but if you're going to tell the stock and say you're buying it, you're getting banned. So please follow the rules, guys. You could ask me questions, but if you're telling me what you're buying and it has influence embedded into the question, I cannot do it. Exactly, a realistic target price, not a contract price. So let's be real. Let's have an intervention. How many of you are buying options and all you're looking at is a contract price or a strike price, but you're not thinking about a realistic level the stock will go to? I would argue at least 30% of you. I think the real answer is 60, but I'll go with 30 because I think you guys are a little smarter. That's what I'm saying. I think all of you are above the typical. I think Reddit, it's probably 70, 80%. But I think you guys probably 30%. So yeah, you have to think about that. That's how you're going to get blinded. That's how you get the dumb play right after. Hit the play, you're ignoring that you went out of the money to in the money, and then before you know, you're like, yeah, this one's out. Fuck yeah. Ta-da. Nibis again. Lord, WBD again. I hate that one. And Nibis. And Spy Below VR. We chill for a little. Yeah, WBD again. And then Nibis, Neutrala. Where's gene editing? Remember, that's been on fire. That's a pullback. And then XBI. I had a big crypto company. They just offered me a fuck ton of money to scam you guys. I said, you give all the money to the followers and then give me a loaded $500,000 account to trade with. Otherwise, no thank you. So there you go, guys. For anybody listening, I don't want anything. So if you're going to tell me I could make $200 per person I give you, how about you just give it to them? And then give me a platform that really works. Ta-da! Otherwise, we're coming for you. See, they've been doing it again, bro. I told you the other day I got a bunch of them. And earlier at the beginning of the year. Yeah, run, bro. There was some earlier. That did that last week too, man. Well, I do. I need a... I thought I had money, but nope, I have a new goal. Oh, it's exciting. I need $1.5 billion. That's my new goal. 1.5 billion. And then I'm done. Ubisoft cancels Assassin's Creed. I mean, isn't it just a bunch of fascists who makes the game? No, I need cash. 1.5 billion cash. Then I'm gonna go buy a house for every Chad. That's my goal. Isn't that funny? I thought that you guys were supposed to buy me a house. I think I got the message for the wrong way. I think I was dyslexic in the spiritual world. I think I'm supposed to buy all of you a house. So, yeah. That's my goal. I calculated it. 500,000. We have more. I'm using conservative numbers. But, like, I think there's 300 of you that are, like, low-key. I think you're on pat. You're going to probably have the same brain I have. And then I think there's, like, 3,000 or, like, 4,000, like, committed. And then there's another, like, 4,000. They can't stop watching, but they hate us. And then they just do their own thing. So... yeah, 3,000. 3,000 houses at 500,000 a pop is 1.5 billion. And then I could buy 3,000 Chads at home. And then we do what we need. Well, we'll see. That's what I didn't have this goal till recently. Now I do. Like I said, it's exciting. I had other goals, but this is a good one. So now I'm gonna, yeah, we'll see what remains. We got time, God willing. We can't. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't get it. We are gonna get to the veterans, but I don't think you guys are putting it together. Because think about it. The veterans is $6 billion for 4 years, dude. Isn't that crazy? That's not forever. So the people I buy houses for, what do you think your job is gonna be? You don't need to buy Josh a house. If Josh bought you a house, who should you be working for then next? Ta-da! We're gonna do it ourselves, baby. We gotta work. But yeah, you get what I'm saying though? I think it's ambitious, it's long term, but do you get what I'm saying though? Because that's it. Then don't accept the house if you don't want to help. But if somebody bought you a house and then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that would be, you know, if someone took care of things and made it possible, what would you do? Because that's what I do, man. You know, once I took care of all of my, you know, at one point, like, bills used to be, you know, bills. But once you work and you get to a certain level, man, and like you get things taken care of, you're gonna start saying, "How can I? What can I do now?" So ideally, if we could long-term house, we get things covered. You got to think about what you're gonna do from there. But yeah, so 1.5 billion is the goal. Oh, fuck. Dude, they replied back. So they'll give me $500,000 to trade live. And then they'll give each of you guys $200. That sounds like a scam. I'm like, why the fuck? What do you guys get out of this? You get what I'm saying? Like, why? So what do you guys, if you're willing to give me all of that, why are you, like, no, but, like, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, what are you, so they think they're going to get more than $500,000 and $200 per person. That means there's a return on investment, dumbass. That's what, and who's the return, do you think? It's you, brother, it's you. I've been trying to fucking, that's it. And then now we got to fight fascism and fucking pumpers. And and the pumpers think we care about them. We don't. Well, you guys work for us. So thank you. All the Twitter accounts, thank you guys. For real, genuinely. You don't realize it yet. But I'm more worried about the Antifa. I'm more worried about the weirdos who are, again, dude, the pumpers aren't acting. You get what I'm saying? The pumpers know all you need is a pump. They just want their money. They live in la la land. That's fine. But it's like I told you, it's like, who do you think the people are like? I'm 19 years old. I have $200,000. That's a terrorist, dude. That's a literal terrorist. He is trying. I believe I have way too much info on it. Because some of them, it's like the same people. And once I find out who it is and I find out all their other accounts, I just went down a rabbit hole, bro. And I'm like, Jesus loves them. And this is dark. Yeah, I'm not helping none of you fuckers. I want the real ones, and we gonna change the world, baby. Amen. Pat. Am I gonna counter? I'll just let that one sit. It's kind of like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of like when, like in my life, I've had very, even though I'm ugly as shit, I've had some very attractive women approach me. Not in public, but they probably just know I'm rich as fuck. But yeah, it's like if a girl's like really hot and like takes interest in me, I start doubting it. I even get skeptical. I'm like, what the? Nah, hold up. That's how I feel about this deal. Because I'm like, why are you willing to give me all of that? And then I'm like, hold up. So it's the same thing, you know. All of you need this. If a girl way out of your league is like, you know, all of a sudden interested in you, I hope you have the same question. Like, wait a minute. Hold up. Kind of like an IPO. So yeah, very good learning lesson. I know Confluent, like I was saying 2% ago. Maybe they liked my personality. Oh, awesome. Well, I look forward to them giving their life to the Lord. They're welcome to come to the farm, and I love it. Otherwise, I don't think they like it that much. I would say the same thing to girls too. And then they started Christ fishing me. I told you this. I can't ever shake this one, you guys. And I don't know who needs to hear this. But young men, if they know you like Jesus and they know you have morals, they will lie so that they could get to you. And it's not that nefarious. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're an op. They're gonna get to you. It's just, no, like I'm telling you, man. Just they'll lie to you. The Christ fishing, yes. Like a catfish, but Christ fish. You'll figure it out. Yes, Whirlpool does look good. But don't post it like a fucking bulletin. You see how that reads like a pump? It's okay. But yes, talk about it. In a normal way. But you see, don't influence. But yes, I think we need it at 60 though. Because remember, it already hit here before. So we had an opportunity to buy it. And in April, you were buying other things. So, like I said, I think after the divvy, we need it in the 60s to be equivalent. But I still like it. I'm not against it. It sucks that it went down, but you see how it kind of moves. One good turnaround, it'll be right back up. But at the end of the day, the equivalency to our purchase would be a lot lower. YouTube creators starting today, previously terminated, have opportunity to request a new channel. Creators are not eligible to apply for a new channel until 1 year after their channel was terminated. So can we do something about the shadow bans and then showing the content to the people that you blocked and then not showing it to the people who turned on the bell? Can we do something about that, YouTube? Because that, I think, is a equally as important problem now with after what I've seen. How many birthdays? But it's been the best one in the long term, Amir. Happy birthday, baby. Horna! Oh, yes. Yeah, Trump, I think he's talking. He says he ended the war in Gaza. And then I says I'll be trying to make a Middle East trip. I'm getting quotes. Yeah, he's live.
And we're working on the timing, the exact timing. We're going to go to Egypt, where we'll have a signing, an additional signing. We've already had a signing representing me, but we're going to have an official signing. And the amazing thing is all of the countries over there, from Qatar to Saudi Arabia to UAE to all of them, I mean, the rich ones, the less than rich ones, they've all come together, something which is amazing, actually. They've all come together for this, and they're really probably the best relationships they've ever had. So it's been really something incredible that nobody thought it was possible to get it done. And very importantly, the hostages are coming back. As you know, they consider them hostages. They talk about them as hostages, but there are approximately 28 dead people, mostly young, mostly men, but and boys. I mean, boys. The one woman talked about her baby. Her baby's 25 years old, but you know, to her it's her baby, and we're bringing them home. We're getting them getting everything, and to those parents, the dead young man is just as important, as though this person were alive. It's amazing. I've never seen anything quite like it. I've been very much involved. I've never seen anything quite like it. But it's really peace in the Middle East. And you remember October 7th was terrible, but also from the Hamas standpoint, they probably lost 70,000 people. That's big retribution. That's big retribution. But at some point, that whole thing has to stop, and we're going to see to it. Gaza is going to be slowly redone. You have tremendous wealth in that part of the world by certain countries, and just a small part of that, what they make will do wonders for Gaza. And I think you're going to see some tremendous countries stepping up and putting up a lot of money and taking care of things. But there's tremendous spirit like I haven't seen. And even the news, I won't call it fake news for this purpose, because they really were very fair today, I must tell you, in all cases. But they covered it very well. They covered it very fairly. Everybody loves it, everybody. People that were never giving us a fair shake, frankly, they can't even believe it. They're so, they're amazed by it. A lot of people are. But it was just everything came together. I think the attack was very important on Iran, because let's say that didn't happen, they'd probably by now have a nuclear weapon, numerous nuclear weapons, and therefore, even if we signed a deal, there'd be a big dark cloud over it, and it wouldn't be the same thing. So Iran's different, but Iran wants to work on peace now. They've informed us, and they've acknowledged that they are totally in favor of this deal. They think it's a great thing. So we appreciate that, and we'll work with Iran. As you know, we have major sanctions on Iran and lots of other things. We'd like to see them be able to rebuild their country too.
Okay, I'm going to the bathroom, so good luck.
So I want to express my tremendous gratitude to the leaders of Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey for helping us reach this incredible day and for being there. They were there with us all the way. And of course, as you know, Saudi Arabia and Jordan and so many. I will tell you, President Erdogan was personally involved in dealing with Hamas and some of the others. He's been great. They've all been really amazing. Indonesia's been amazing. Indonesia's been fantastic. The whole world has come together for this. People that didn't get along, people that didn't like each other, neighboring countries that frankly didn't like each other, but now it's just this moment in time. So we look forward to welcoming the hostages, like you can't believe, home to their families, and that'll take place early next week. We hope Monday or Tuesday. And all Americans should be proud of the role that our country has played in bringing this terrible conflict to an end. And I want to thank, some of the people, JD, you were fantastic, and Pete, you were great. Marco was fantastic. Some of you were very much involved. I'm looking around. So indirectly, I think almost everybody in this room was involved. Susie, I want to thank you very much. You were incredible. You've done an incredible job. So, and yes, John, what you've done was invaluable. CIA, John Ratcliffe, and he's done an incredible job. So I want to thank you all, and if I'm missing anybody, I apologize, but you've been amazing. And then you have Steve Witkoff, who worked so hard. And you remember we settled 7, this is number 8, we settled 7 wars or major conflicts, but wars. And this is number 8. And the one that I thought would be maybe the quickest of all would be Russia-Ukraine, and I think that's going to happen too. But in the meantime, they're losing about 7,000 people a week, and that seems pretty bad. They're losing mostly soldiers, young soldiers. They go out to war and they're getting killed. And while it doesn't affect us in a lot of ways, we've got a big ocean in between. You don't want to see that happen. It was a big mistake. That war should have never happened. It would have never happened if I were president. So we're here this morning for a cabinet meeting as my administration continues to deliver for the American people, despite the radical left lunatics that shut down our government. You have Democrats that they've lost their way. They have no leadership. We don't even know who to deal with over there. At least they know who to deal with. We have no idea who we're dealing with over there. It's like they have no idea what they're doing. Republicans have voted repeatedly to pass a clean, nonpartisan bill to reopen government at the same funding levels. We're not going to do anything only good for health care. We're really, I think, become the party of good health care. And they keep using health care as a cudgel. They want to try and get everyone thinking about health care. We're the ones that are saving health care.
Do you guys understand that? In fact, with this time around?
What we're doing is we're going to be reducing the cost
like, you guys
of
realize, like, every other government shutdown, even this year, what would happen? We would just be like, oh, they're going to pass, they're just going to keep extending it. So that's the issue, is that just this time around, both sides are like, no. So they're like, or I think the Republicans want a CR, and they're saying, let's just keep delaying and play the delay game, but now the Democrats say no. So it's very odd. I mean, this is all avoidable. So literally now, you finally just have one party. Every other time for the last, like, 2 years, every party was just like down. They're like, fuck it, we'll talk shit, and then we'll just do the extension until we really have to figure it out. But now all of a sudden they're like, no, we have to figure it out now. And here you are, your government shut down.
And they used all sorts of ideas like research and development. I said, what about Germany? What about these other countries? Aren't they paying? No, we have to pay research and development. It was all nonsense, and I couldn't listen to it anymore. So it's a very radical, big, tough shift. Very tough. We got a lot of things going on there. But, you know, and you probably heard me say this in my first term. I think it was my third year.
SPXEW or RSI?
From the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
I use SPXEW.
And I'm so proud of it. I actually had a news conference
GPCR, cancer drug.
It was 1/8
There's
of 1%.
a couple on the calendar. I don't think they are, but that's
barely
moving.
a reduction. But it's the first time in 28 years that there was a reduction in drug prices for the year. So from the beginning to the end, it was 1/8 of 1%. And I was so proud of myself. I did something that nobody else could do. But when I started to think about it, I said, doesn't make sense. And then I'm starting to look at numbers where a pill or a treatment or some pharmaceutical product is selling in Europe for 10% of what we pay for.
CRM too. Now codeine.
Any one of our places.
As an early pop, it's small though. It looks like a mount, nothing else.
And then I see people leaving for other countries to go buy their pharmaceuticals, where they make journeys to various other countries, including Europe.
Yes, they are.
Where they get
I think
the
they
best
want
bargains of all.
Trump to feel it, but
and I put an end to
oddly
it. It's
enough,
over. And now we're
the optics of it.
Major.
It's not. I mean, it's kind of odd.
Disputes, but we're winning the disputes.
I don't think it reflects favorably on Democrats. Even though they're both going to blame each other, it's just
it's
like
unfair that we're paying 10%.
Theoretically, you could just do what we've done for the last 7 times, and not and then the military could get paid.
The same product made in the same plant. And they said, well, we're not going to do it. I said, that's okay. You don't have to do it. But I'm going to put a tariff of 9% or 7% or whatever the amount of money is. And I'm going to put a tariff on your country for the amount of money that you're taking advantage of us for. No, you can't. I said, yeah, I can do that. I'm going to do that. And they would immediately agree. And I'd make the tariff substantially more than the number we're talking about. And they would immediately agree. So we have the consent, I think, Bobby, of every country, essentially. They know that if they don't do it, we're going to put a tariff on for double the price, and then they're going to do it. So we never had that before. You never had anybody in here that knew what the hell they were doing, I'll be honest. It really makes me angry. Because for years and years, and this started many years ago, and basically we subsidize the world. So this is going to have a huge positive impact on Medicare, Medicaid, even Social Security. But anything where there's pharmaceuticals, drugs involved,
No, yeah, I know, dude. I know a bunch of military people in San Diego didn't get paid.
So we're going to get drug
it hits
drug
after.
reductions
It was like
of
yesterday, and then
100%.
today, and then
I told you
tomorrow.
1/8 of 1%
It starts to really roll.
Now you're going to get 100%, 150%, 200, 300, 400, 500%. You're going to get the biggest drug reductions that you've ever seen. And they're already, I guess they're starting to kick in, but we've made deals with numerous companies and we're going for the full bore. We want whatever the price is. So that would mean that the world price, because the world is bigger than the United States, a lot more people, but the world price will go up a little bit and our price will come down a lot. So if a pill sells for $10 in London and $100 here, the pill will go to $20 in London and $20 for us. It's pretty simple. And that is a number that nobody can even fathom. It's a little like tariffs. Nobody knew how big they were. Nobody knew until they started seeing the trillions of dollars that have come in. I don't know why they didn't understand it. It's something they should have understood. We were taken advantage of for years with tariffs, and now I don't want to say we're taking advantage, but we've become a very strong country because of the money that's coming in. Republicans have voted repeatedly to pass a clean, nonpartisan bill to reopen our government, and remember, at the same funding levels, both parties have supported in the past. So the radical Democrats have chosen to put the economy of our country. We have the best economy we've ever had. We had the best economy in my first term, but we have an economy that's blowing it away, and we have the Democrats that are trying to obstruct.
I just learned
they
that.
don't want to have a good economy.
I didn't know. There's
I don't
more
think they wanna
people
have
in
a
the
good
world
country. That's why
than
they
in the
try to
U.S.
stop
I
our
would
law
say,
enforcement
what?
from doing what we did in
I had to
Washington,
fact
D.C.
check it because
Washington,
Donald
D.C.,
Trump's a
we have a
liar.
great, safe,
So I had to,
beautiful capital right now. Beautiful. It's so safe. You can walk down the street.
He's probably lying.
Numerous people standing before me were mugged.
Oh, more people in the world
You're not going to get
than
mugged
America?
anymore. We have a safe
Oh, good
capital,
one.
One of the safest. We took it from one of the most unsafe places to one of the most safe places in the country. And we also beautified it. And we're in the process of doing even
Shit,
more
that
stuff.
was
So
on
we're
your
very
list,
proud of
bro.
our capital again. We were embarrassed
Oh,
by our capital. A lot of
no.
people being killed that come from Iowa, Indiana,
I think
Florida that come up and they end up getting shot. They're not getting shot. We moved out 1,700 people approximately.
It did not
right?
fill all of
Approximately 1,700 hardened criminals, career
I
criminals.
already had
that
this
we
on my
moved
list.
out.
That's why I'm shooting.
So Chuck
right away.
Schumer and Hakeem
That was on the
Jeffries
list this morning. It's a
and the
fucking
congressional Democrats are holding.
It's either
the entire
Alzheimer's
federal government
or
hostage. I will tell you,
Parkinson's.
a lot of
I think.
Democrats want to get this thing open.
Yeah,
too.
it's
They
already
do.
up 20.
They're calling us and they
They're
wanna-
cheap, but they're
they
not.
Just want to get.
But
get
like
it
I'm
open.
saying,
And
that was
all
you're
we're
already
doing is
prepared.
saying,
Like I said, we
play
could
the
have
same
gone
thing until
and
we
we
get
could
it
have
straight.
taken all of them ahead of time.
And
but the whole
they don't know how
idea
to
is
go
just
about
like
it.
fucking.
And the problem is we really don't know who the hell is leading the Democrats. You have this AOC, I don't know her at all, but I watched her the other day. She said, well, if they want, they could come to my office. That's not leadership, you know. The only one that challenged her actually
Okay, I
was
made
Nancy
one set
Pelosi.
free,
Nancy-
holding the others.
Nancy's not looking too good. I don't know what.
Again,
what
that's
happened to
let me
Nancy.
verify it.
But,
Initial
she's not
dose
looking
data.
great.
Yeah, look, 904
But
just
she-
came out.
She was the only one. I
Think
gave her
about it.
credit.
That's what
She
I was
was the
telling
only
you
one
this
that
morning. Go
challenged
look
her.
at the
But
list.
AOC said
Kaba.
that they can come to her office and negotiate, the Republicans. And we're saying, oh, I didn't know she was in leadership. But she's taking
Oh, no,
Hakeem
no, 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 no,
Jeffries'
no.
place, and Schumer's afraid that she's going to run.
It's not the
against
fucking,
him. And right now, I don't know.
Oh, it's like a I think it's a
James' life is crazy,
cancer
right?
drug or small cell lung.
Right now, he can't beat. I don't think he can beat
Yeah, it's
anybody.
like gene
So
therapy.
he'll lose it.
But
up
it's not.
front,
No,
but
no,
I
no. One
would
of
say
those
he'll
is a
retire
fucking
before
Parkinson's play.
Before he loses.
And one of them is an
retirement,
Alzheimer's
so
ones. Those
I
are
think
huge.
Schumer's going to retire because he can't beat anybody. His polls are so bad.
But yeah, you can make
Meanwhile,
it free
the
already.
Democrat
Hopefully you
shutdown
have.
is causing pain and suffering for hardworking Americans, including our military, our air traffic controllers, and impoverished mothers, people with young children, people that have to live not the greatest.
No,
of
cop
lives,
up.
But we're
Okay, go
doing
look at that list.
So many tax cuts. We've cut their taxes. The great big beautiful bill. We've cut their taxes at levels
Damn.
nobody's ever seen. I mean,
Yeah, GDR.
tax
No,
on
no, no, no.
tips,
Very
tax
simple.
on Social Security, no tax on overtime.
Shut up, Trump.
It's been a great thing for a lot of people.
I hope
Really
you,
great.
you just learned something. What did you learn? You had this. You had to have seen it. I just did something. I want you to pick up on it. Did they halt it? GDRX is halted. Retail in talks with Trump. Oh, I thought that was going to be a bio. Fuck. Oh, that one's big. GDRX. Oh, remember? Because, yeah, he's talking this shit now. But, yeah, that one, bro, because we already knew about it. That's what I'm telling you. I was looking at this at 4 a.m. So right when that came in, I hope you see how I didn't even hesitate. That was easy money. That's what I'm saying, yeah. But now go make it free. You already caught another 10% in 2 minutes off of a 20.
Proclaimed this morning that every day gets better for them.
Yeah, GDRX, keep on watch.
No, every day it's actually getting worse for them. And they're having a rebellion in the Democrat Party because they want to stop.
I think, yeah, you did say that. PNC brought that up last week.
I watched last night like 10 different times over the years. He said, you can't shut down government, you can't shut down, and now he's the one that shut it down. So this is a confession that he's acting not to serve the people, but to serve the...
Okay, you're up over 100 or 50 on all of them.
Well, because they're way down. Look, they just lost an election in a landslide. You know, it was interesting. I watched Kamala, a sad figure. I watched her the other day saying the election was very close. I said, no, the election was a landslide. We won the popular vote by millions. We won the electoral college by...
Okay. I made the other set free. So Kava fully free now. You got no money on the table except profits.
Probably. That's why when you see the maps are completely red. It's counties. The counties, we won...
I didn't do anything. I was 20% late, brother. So I didn't do shit. It already had the move, and I knew the play. That's why once I hit the headline and they had it confirmed, even if we weren't late, I just know about it.
That's called...
So that's what I'm saying. We got most of them didn't even really fucking do anything. Or they already did, and then we got the second part as this one's circulating.
Literally, when you see it colored in, the entire country is red representing Republicans. So, you know, they go around, they just lie. They just lie. And everything's a big lie with them. Well, the other side, and the other thing I don't understand is, Christie, I looked at crime numbers in Chicago. They're through the roof, and I have a governor who stands up every day and tells us how wonderful Chicago is. Just a lie. It's like a con job. It's like Gavin Newsom. He says how well he's doing in California, and they're doing terribly. Population's getting smaller. People are leaving, and other people are coming in. And
I'm trying to front run something.
It's an even trade.
I want to go.
While the other side is focused on playing games, the Trump administration's focused on creating jobs, bringing down prices, and we've really brought them down a lot. That's the other thing. We're bringing down prices a lot. We're bringing down grocery prices, but the big thing is energy. When you bring down energy, everything comes down, and the energy prices are way down. I see we're down to about $61 now a barrel, and what gasoline's going to be, I think gasoline's going to be below $2 at some point in the pretty near future. It's very low, much lower than it was under Sleepy Joe. And we're restoring law and order in our country. We're restoring it here, but we're restoring it right now. We're in Memphis. We're going to Chicago. We're going to other cities. Many governors are asking us to, including Democrats are trying to ask. I don't know what the big problem is. If I were a Democrat governor, I'd be saying, whatever you can do to get crime down, I'll take anybody. You can bring them in I don't care who it is. A lot of people said that. They interviewed women, these beautiful women in Chicago, black women with a MAGA hat, a red hat. They said, we don't care who he brings in here, but this place is really dangerous. We just want crime to stop. It's true. They don't care. You know, they don't differentiate between the National Guard and the Marines. They don't care. They'll take anybody. And that's the way it is. I mean, they want to see...
Calm?
They want what we did in D.C. They want to happen to them. And
Cisco dying and then calm space. Uh-oh, you guys, I think we're getting a bunch of shit right now. It's one of those days.
Great, and it will fix that. We'll go to various other places, and we're going to be stopping crime in our cities.
Oh, I took the wrong one. There's a better one than the one I just took. You could go a little closer, get time on that. It's not triggered yet. Cisco's a slow mover. So those will move by the time it hits 3. But wait, if you don't have any balance, wait on that one.
And very little, by the way, is coming in by water.
Oh, wait, it didn't fill me. Never. Okay, perfect. It only gave me 1. Literally a couple pennies. Okay, never mind then, yeah. I didn't want to have too much. And then where's GDRX? Kaba's
Every
already
single
free.
boat that
You just
see
wait.
getting taken
And then
out
if you have
kills
XBI, you don't need to worry about all these in the
25,000
long run.
Think of that.
But then again, there's a big
It's,
difference in
it's pretty
performance.
tough stuff, but it kills 25,000 Americans.
China
We hear
against
that it's no
TP
longer
Link. Is
tough.
that what the other one
And
is?
here
Was
in
that calm?
Washington, we've deployed federal law enforcement and National Guard to restore
Sunrun's
public
going up
safety,
too.
and we're working to replicate that in numerous places all over the country. And we have a very powerful military. We have a very powerful National Guard. I want to thank the governor of Texas, who has been, as usual, great. Governor Abbott, he gave us 400 troops without even a question. And we have other governors likewise doing what has to be done because they know we have to confront.
Oh, wait, what?
We're directly.
Hey, yo, we
confronting
have a
the sinister
GDRX.
threat of left-wing
Oh,
domestic
fuck.
terrorism, reviving the terrorist group
Chad,
Antifa.
wait.
You saw that yesterday. We had a
Wait, we have a GDRX.
control in Portland and,
Can we confirm? I didn't know that.
in the case of Antifa.
Oh,
And we had
fuck.
people that were really
Dude, I'm
badly
looking.
affected by them.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I didn't know we had one. Oh, fuck yeah.
Funding them, and those people are going to be just as
Oh, yeah,
guilty
we
as the
good then.
people that
Yeah, dude,
smack
you're already in
people
this
over the
shit.
head with a baseball bat.
Oh, what the fuck? You ain't got to do
I'd
shit
like
then.
now to
So
ask
yeah,
Attorney General
you already had
Bondi
your
and
fucking window. It looked like a
Secretary
dud, but
to,
other than that, you're gonna have to
discuss this a
shop
little bit
or
and tell
just
where we
wait.
are, and then we'll go
But again, make your
around the room.
decisions
We'll go
and
quickly.
early when
We're
it
gonna
comes
go
out.
quickly if we can, because we have a lot of things to do, including I won't be spending that much time here because I'll be leaving fairly soon for the Middle East, and I'm very honored to be involved with that. I'll tell you, it's a great thing for our country. People are so happy about it. I've never experienced anything quite like it. I've never seen such universal.
Yeah, you had your seed planted already on that.
being able to do something.
AstraZeneca investment in Virginia. Oh, they could move.
We're going to end up having peace in the Middle East. Who would have
Yeah,
thought?
it's starting to pop,
So
but
thank you
remember,
for starting.
if
Thank
you
for
do
this
that,
news.
you get the benefit from the Trump admin. Huge spread on the daily. Be careful.
Working without paychecks, round the clock to keep and make America safe.
Don't go for the cheapie on that one. They're scamming. You got to go closer to the money.
Law enforcement officers in one room with us. The Memphis PD, they were the happiest.
Yeah, got to go
see us,
closer.
Don't you think, Secretary Hegseth, of anyone? We had ATF, DEA, FBI, U.S. Marshals. I'm not sure if our park police were there. We had Treasury, Secretary Bessent, and of course we had Secretary Noem's Homeland
Yeah,
Security,
Cisco. I only got
all
one on
working
Cisco. Like I'm
together
telling you,
with
that
the
could be a dud
They
though.
were
Be
so
careful.
happy to have
Because
us.
now, like I
We've
told
been
you, it's a
making
slow
arrests
mover.
left and
So
right.
by the time that
We've
hits the
made
trigger
500
though, those plays will already be
arrests
gone.
and
That's why I don't like it, but it only gave me one. I'm glad.
illegal guns.
They already went
Just
up,
in
but the
short
bids are
time
being
we've
weird.
been in Memphis.
So you're up on it. I can't make it free. I only have one.
Criminals. And when you take them out of a place.
Until that one hits 3, that one might not be as good. Again, GDRX, and then what was the other one? AstraZeneca. I'd watch AstraZeneca, but that one sucked. You have to go mid-money.
Biden allowed with the stupid open borders that we had in our
The dailies
country.
on this one are very, very scammy.
They're being brought back to other places, or they're being
Unless
put
it
in
goes
jail, but they
5%,
go
then
wherever.
ignore what I'm saying, but I don't know. I don't think it
Last night
will.
alone,
But if
we
it
made
does, then it will.
91 arrests, 19 firearms off the streets, and one was a warrant for a homicide, and 4 sex offenders who had active
Pat?
warrants. One was a sex offender on a child. Everything we did in Memphis was worth it, in my opinion, for that one arrest. Think about that. We got a child rapist off the streets, but yet we've made 562 arrests and still going strong in Memphis. Just what we did in DC. But it's because it's all of us. It's a team working for you to make America safe, all together, round the clock.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank
You're doing
you,
a great
President
job,
Trump.
and it's amazing that we're not getting cooperation from Democrats. It's like, it's a new issue. You know, we have all the old issues of the wall and the border and all of the.
Yeah, ask is always higher, but then the bid is just, there's nothing on the bid. Because if there's a bid and their size, that means a computer is going to buy it, or a human. But most of the time, if it's shitty, it's a computer.
We stop crime, and they.
Oh yeah, that reminded me. I'll tell you guys after. Let's get one of this. Finish this little fucking pocket of craziness, and then we'll get back to chilling. But yeah, I'd lock in right now. Even if you're not in, locked in. You have shots. There was just 3 in a row, back to back. One of them you're already in from 2 weeks ago.
They actually incited. It's crazy. You would think they'd want them. You'd think they'd want Christie and Pam and all of the people. What if we needed the military? People
Okay,
would
it's
be there. We
unhalted.
have massive military. We have the best numbers we've ever had for recruitment. We have a lot of people now. We have We have people that can't get into them. In a great economy, they want to be soldiers again. A year ago, they didn't want to even think about it. Same thing as with police and firemen, everything. They want to.
Did they fucking halt it again?
Of our country again. Christy, go ahead. Please.
Oh no.
Sir, thank you for.
They almost fucked me, bro.
Deploying all of government to help us keep our country safe. You have talked extensively about how threatened.
All right, I found one.
Officers are, but
No way, they fucking gave me that.
And we
Fucking
saw the
idiots.
shooting in
Yeah, I
Dallas.
just scammed the
At
fuck
that
out of them.
facility, so we're
That was the
hardening all
computer.
of our
They just filled me
buildings
below the bid somehow.
and making sure that we have more security measures, snipers on the roof, people to protect our law enforcement while we're out there.
Oh, because that candle.
What I'm
Hell
also
yeah.
doing,
I
sir,
needed that.
is, and
All right, I got a good
we're-
one.
We're purchasing more buildings in Chicago to operate out of. We're going to not back off. In fact, we're doubling down, and we're going to be in more parts of Chicago in response to the people there. And then I was there a few days ago and looked at some facilities that we can deploy more law enforcement out of. Because what they're trying to do with these riots and violence is distract us and keep us from going after those murderers and rapists that are out
I'm
in
down.
the streets. And then I was in Portland, went out and back on Tuesday, and met with the governor, met with the mayor, met with the chief of police and the superintendent of the highway patrol. They're all lying and disingenuous, and
They're all lying?
because as soon as you leave the room, then they make the exact opposite response. So we're looking at new facilities to purchase. They're in Portland too. and we're gonna
NT, there's a
double
couple
down
going
and
on right now, you guys. So I may be missing some. So don't, whatever I'm focusing on, it's not the only thing, but a lot of things just went off. But Zach, I need that in the other chat, bro. Come on. This is not the trading chat. So you guys could thank the traders if you're getting benefits from it, but yeah, I'm gonna ban you if you type what doesn't belong in here. So please. Otherwise, you could go to the other one.
No worries. What we see in DC and what we see in Memphis for benefits for people in the safety and security, we'll see that in Chicago and Portland.
The numbers in Memphis, it's only a week, but the numbers have been
Orca.
amazing. The crime numbers
Oh, did
are
I
way
send
down.
that one?
Fantastic. It shows what a partnership can be between local law enforcement and the federal government. And if we have to do it the hard way in Portland and Chicago, we will. But the people demand the safety.
My lawyers are in court right now as we speak for you, arguing in Chicago and Portland to keep them safe, to bring in the guard. The government doesn't want it there, but we do. We're going to keep their citizens safe. Thanks to you.
Oh, no, I think Oracle Investor Day is next week. But yeah, wait, I think that is coming up. I remember hearing that.
In the politics of it than they are of doing the right thing.
I think they're afraid. I think they're threatened. They don't tell us, but I think Pritzker's threatened by people. There's no other reason that this could be possible, that they don't want to have a safe Chicago. And we can solve the problem very quickly. And we're doing that anyway, regardless of if he doesn't want it or if he does want it, we're doing it anyway. So make sure.
I asked the mayor that.
Confluent, again, that was earlier in the path.
Perfectly safe, a beautiful
All right,
city, no problems.
wait till this one comes down a little. You could either double dip or make your mind up, and that's going to be the seed already. But you could have even harvested the other one, but it didn't really move that much. So that's why we needed confirmation on this one. This might turn into a material play. Still super risky because now you're up 20. But some of I got lucky. I don't know how I pulled that one off.
Different than a lot of the others.
My contract's still the same exact price, even after all of that. It's actually higher, even on the bid.
They're really degenerate.
So yeah, be careful on that. But that one, think about it. Wait the next couple days. If it starts coming down and those bids move, that's going to be your entry. Not a recommendation. Auckland. Pat. We'll keep that one up here. Confluent. That was the one from yesterday.
That's good. How about we go to Marco? You can talk a little bit about
Marco.
what's going on, and
well,
go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. President. I don't know if one day perhaps the entire story will be told about the events of yesterday, but suffice it to say, it's not an exaggeration that none of it would have been possible without the President of the United States being involved.
We love you. October 13th, Las Vegas,
It really
Oracle
began
World.
with your trip to the Middle East, where these relationships were forged.
Let's get our path in there, bro.
Personal relationships, close relationships that created the foundation where all this was possible. Where I think this really took a turn. Remember, a month ago, no one thought this was possible. Where it really took a turn about a month ago, less than a couple weeks ago, is when we were at the United Nations.
Oklo dumping, gold is dumping, and bonds.
Countries, but of Muslim majority countries from around the world, including Indonesia, was Afghanistan was there, and created this coalition behind this plan. Then on that following Monday, you met with the Prime Minister of Israel here. And that
WWR is popping.
And then, of course,
yeah, Oracle AI Day is confirmed, you guys. I don't know. I guess I lost. It's on the 13th, so next week actually. But yeah, I don't know. There's other events, but that's kind of what's brewing up. But the real move will come when that event starts, or a couple hours before. But it's not today.
A high degree of intensity and
let me see. I'll double check.
Made this happen. And I think what's important to understand is that yesterday what happened was really a human story. There's a geopolitical aspect to it, there's no doubt about it. It creates the conditions for Gaza to one day be a normal place again and people to have a better life and Israelis to be safe. But yesterday was a human story. And because of the work you put in, and honestly, not only is there no other leader in the world that could have put this together, Mr. President, but frankly,
Confluent too. The premiums aren't going too nuts, but it's waking up. I mean, it's 20%, just not 100.
You have taken unrelated to this, and because of who you are and what you've done and how you're viewed. And this weekend, because of that, at some point very soon, we are going to see 20 living human beings emerge from the darkness into the light for the first time in 2 years.
Oh, mine only shows the November ones. Yeah, you got to go to Oracle's website for the events.
And the relationships you created, and you committed yourself to making it happen. And I think it will go down as a historic moment in the history of our country, and something our country should be very proud of. That we have a president that's committed to not just peace, but to the human aspect of reuniting these families. My last point on this is just a couple days ago, Secretary Lutnick hosted us all, many of us, at the Kennedy Center. And we had these families, we've interacted with them for so many years, for 2 years now. And the
Dog, that was a pseudo halt, bro. Tell me it wasn't.
Their relatives back so that they can complete the process of grieving. And it was, we had all hoped that perhaps that was the day that we would have an announcement for them on the anniversary of the 7th. But I know you were able to.
That sucks. GDRX, there was not a pickup opportunity. They were the same exact fucking price. None of them, they went higher when it went lower. So even that drop did not even give you an entry, sadly. So yeah, just keep, it's all the same. Now you gotta wait for the final move, but just watch the premiums if you can get cheaper than this. Otherwise, it's all, that kind of just set the range.
This weekend and doing it, let me just leave it at that. And they've done a great job on your behalf, Mr. President. They deserve a tremendous amount of credit. But thank you for what you've done for the world.
Thank you very much, Marco. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Marco.
I think because we have a very busy day with all that's going on, what we'll do is maybe just a few of you raise your hand if you'd like to say something that don't talk too long. But he's doing such a great job. So good that he could talk all day. That's the problem, right? But go ahead. And what we'll do is just take a few hands, and then we'll go back to.
Good. If you noticed it, use that to your advantage. So I'm saying you don't need to get emotional by the moves. You got to know what you're looking for, right? You want higher or lower prices. Higher if you already own it, lower if you want to get it. So that's what I'm saying. Just like that might have felt emotional, but it really wasn't. That just moved 10% up and down. Nothing changed. And now we're starting to level out. So like I'm saying, your moments to move are when you get something new. And I'm not talking news. I'm saying prices.
We've completely turned around. We've demonstrated that through execution.
Path is ripping right now, yeah.
We have force.
And Pepsi too. Little baby continuation. Path at 18. Wow.
And then secondarily.
Okay, yeah, that hasn't clipped it yet.
Prosperity, having the strongest economy, and being willing.
I think 18 is our level, or no? Gap fill is 1850, 1870.
To reorder the globe. Those two things that you're standing on, both economic power and military power.
And then that'll go to 21 if the momentum stays, or 2250, and then like real breakouts like 2830, bro. Oh yeah, let's go.
But that also begins with another 180-degree turn, and that was the 180-degree turn on energy. You have used energy diplomacy to bring prosperity to the American people, and you've used it to bring peace abroad. The combination of those three things have been remarkable, and now we're seeing the remarkable result. And we got one more that I know you want to end with Russia and Ukraine. Energy is going to play a key role in that, and now with this historic agreement, we're in a position working with the Middle East to also end the Russian-Ukraine conflict. So again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Chuck. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll go to you for a second. You can just cap out what he said about the military, how well we're doing, and how big it is, and how how strong it is.
And then this is what sucks. I'm glad we already got the XBI, but if you have the biotech list that I sent this morning, I would go through all of those now. That's what I'm saying. It's biotech season to a degree. XBI is the easy way from now until Christmas. Other than that, Kaba already fucking hit. I even put the ones that I like and don't like, I think.
The way you lead and negotiate, I wish people had a full understanding of what that looks like.
Literally, bios I like. Kaba was the second to last. Well, there's so many of them.
Tulsi, Lee, Doug, probably after decades of war and the chaos that was unleashed through reckless and foolish American policies, never thought this kind of peace would be possible. Yet, with your strength, with your ability to wield trade negotiations, personal relationships, to open up that opportunity is truly historic on the world stage. And it creates a whole number of other cascading effects. And watching Marco and the Vice President and Steve and Jared, the CIA Director, everybody come together to make it happen. You've formed a phenomenal team, Mr. President. And at the War Department, our job is to make sure if and when there's question about American commitment, the whole world knows we've got the biggest, strongest, most lethal, and most ready War Department in the world, which is true, which is why we saw record recruitment in 2025, Mr. President. The first 2 weeks of 2026.
Yeah, Kaba's still going, bro.
FY 2026 already blows it out of the water. In fact, re-enlistment has already met its year-long goal in the Marine Corps in 2026. 2 weeks. Okay? You can't, there's no other way to create that kind of love and enthusiasm than with your leadership, sir. And it is an honor to work with Pam and with Christy in the cities across the country to make
5 years in, finger to the sky, Timbuktu, baby. God bless you, bro. Let's get it. Let that long term grow.
The first group that rotated in to lock down that border to 0 crossings is now rotating out, and with a new border medal, the Southwest Border Medal, or it's actually called the Mexican Border Medal, revived from 1918, that will be pinning on their chest. So thank you for renaming the department, and we're trying to live up to it every day. So thank you, sir.
I mean, think of this. We have record numbers of recruitment. 1 year ago, there were stories, front page stories, that we couldn't get anybody to join the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. My beautiful, I call it our beautiful Space Force. I love our Space Force. It's turned out to be very important. But we couldn't get anybody to join. Nobody wanted to join, including our police and fire. They didn't want to join anything. Recruitment was
that other one's too cheap.
Embarrassing. We couldn't get anybody. And now we're brimming. Now it's, and they're getting in based on merit now. A soldier's a soldier. They come in now based on merit, not based on woke stuff that anybody can qualify. You have to qualify for jobs. You have to qualify for certain types of jobs. And it's amazing. So we were embarrassed a year ago. Think of it, a little bit more than a year ago. I think it stopped on November 5th. I think it really started, this all started on November 5th, the election day. But now everybody wants to be in. We have an overabundance, and maybe we should raise it a little bit. I don't know.
I like that idea, sir.
But we could raise it. But we have so many people want to join, and they're proud of our country again. JD, could I ask you to say a few words?
Yes, sir. So just a couple of things, Mr. President. First of all, congratulations on yesterday. It was a big day to Marco, to Susie, to the entire team. But in particular, viewing it from this perspective where for months the fake news media attacked you, attacked the entire team, attacked your approach. You know, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. The reason we're here is because the president actually charted a different course with a different team. He vested a lot of authority in Steve Witkoff in particular, and that's why we're here. It's because you did something different.
Fed bar comments.
That. I also think the president, Marco mentioned the president's personal touch being a big part of this. The one thing I would say is obviously the president of the United States, a New York real estate billionaire, one of the most famous New Yorkers in the world, has a lot of interaction with a lot of people who are very pro-Israel. I think that was an important set of experiences and life experiences that he brought to the table. He also, of course, knew one of the most famous Palestinians in the world, Chuck Schumer. And I think without that background of knowledge, it would have been impossible to get to this.
Bro, I'm like focusing and I hear that. I'm like, what the fuck?
On Chuck Schumer.
That was funny, JD.
The president mentioned this. That
fucking JD been fucking making some comedy classes, comedy.
One of the things that we talked about before all the media came in, and that all of us are going to work on for the rest of the day, we've been working on for days, is how to make this shutdown as painless as possible on the American people. So while Chuck Schumer brags about this being good, and I think the president is right, it's not good for him politically as much as he might think that it is. It's causing real consequences for the American people. There's a low-income food program, the WIC program, that my mom actually used when I was a baby. That program is about to be underfunded, and it's about to get cut off because Chuck Schumer won't open the government. We have troops. The Secretary of War mentioned how well we're doing on recruitment. We're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer is shutting down the U.S. government. There are veterans benefits that are going to suffer. There are Americans that are going to suffer because Chuck Schumer refuses to do his job. So while we're all celebrating this incredible success that we've had on the world stage, the country could be doing so much better if Chuck Schumer did his job and opened the government. Every single Republican, except for Rand Paul, has voted to open the government. A few moderate Democrats, to their credit, have voted with us to open the government. We just need 5 more Democrats to come to their senses and let the people's government serve the American people. I hope that they'll do that.
Thank you very much. Chris, please.
Yeah, to follow up on that point, Mr. President, the Democrat or Schumer shutdown did not begin 8 or 9 days ago. It began 8 or 9 months ago with your inauguration. For the first time in American history, every Senate confirmed appointee who are our deputies to run our department, every one of them has been filibustered. One of the critical parts of my department is the National Nuclear Security Administration. It maintains, manufactures our nuclear weapons and our engines for nuclear submarines and nuclear aircraft carriers. We are a key supplier to Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. They filibustered, the Democrats filibustered the leader, the administrator of the National Nuclear Security Administration, would not let him come into my department until the Republicans 2 weeks ago changed the Senate rules so they could confirm him and we could have a leader. They filibustered the leadership, now they're filibustering the funding. In the next 6-7 days, we're going to run out of funding, and the retooling of our nuclear stockpile, the ultimate guarantor of our sovereignty, is going to be underfunded, and we're going to have to slow down and creep to us crawl these efforts. Just incredibly irresponsible for Schumer to worry about his own reelection and not the 340 million Americans that count on the efforts of our military and all of our departments. It's truly offensive, and we need to bring it to an end as soon as possible. Let's open the government back up.
And you're doing a great job. Thank you very much. Bobby, did you want to say something? You got a lot of things happening. A lot of very positive things, actually.
Mr. President, I'm glad you're getting bipartisan accolades on the Mideast peace agreement. You should also get bipartisan accolades on the MFN agreement. It is a historic agreement that's going to benefit every hardworking American. It's going to lower the price of drugs for every American. By the time this administration is over, we will have 95% of the drugs in this country will be the lowest price in the world. It immediately begins to affect Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, the other government programs. I remember when I went through the confirmation process, and the principal preoccupation of the Democrats during that process was whether I would continue the IRA negotiations on drugs. The Democrats negotiated 10 drugs. I'm supposed to negotiate every year 15. The 10 that they negotiated, they claimed to get a 22% reduction, but it was a lie. It was 22% under the list price, which was actually higher than the price we were getting. So Medicaid, Medicare ended up paying more for those drugs than they were paying beforehand. They only got a benefit on one drug. One was tied. 8 of them were lower. So they should be applauding what we're doing now. We're doing something that every administration, Democrat and Republican, has been saying that it was going to do for decades, and you got it done because you understood the power of the tariffs, that we had leverage over these companies. And you did it in a way which you asked us to do, to negotiate in a way that was not going to stifle innovation, that was going to make sure that those companies could bring their production home, and they are doing that. And it was a profound success. It will affect every American for 100 years. And you should be getting bipartisan accolades on that. I'll say one other thing about Tylenol, only because of this. This morning before I came in here, somebody showed me a TikTok video of of a pregnant woman, 8 months pregnant. She is an associate professor at the Columbia Medical School, and she is saying F Trump and gobbling Tylenol with her baby in her placenta. And the level of Trump derangement syndrome has now left political landscapes, and it is
My brother,
now in the realm of pathology.
your last Chad fax says your redemption arc.
Could overwhelm
Your next message is he sounds
years of
tired.
maternal instinct to put her baby
I don't know how to
and
put
all
this
you have to do
in
is
all
look at
love,
the studies which you
but
and
I'm
I
tired
talked
of
about.
you guys
There are
only
things-
noticing
it's not
that he
just
sounds
positive
tired.
because autism, but it's
So,
suggestive that
we just made some
anybody
money
who
too.
takes enough during
I need you to
pregnancy,
lock
all they
in.
have to do is,
Keep your
is
political
irresponsible.
comments or anything else.
Our
You know what I
15
will
rodent
respond to.
studies, every one of
You
them
need to
shows
focus.
if you give it to
That's
the
what I'm saying,
mother,
guys. You need a
babies,
reminder.
particularly the male
You know what
babies,
to do.
have profound
Stop
neurological
giving in to the
behavioral
intrusive thoughts.
There
Stop
is a
letting your
study from
words
Johns
plant
Hopkins
fields
on
of
rural
destruction
America.
when you could
divided
use them
women
to
into
build your
3
destiny.
categories, those who had the least
Do you understand?
in their core blood, and those who had the most. The ones with the most had 3.6 times the rate of autism in their children. The middle category had 2.2 times, so it's a dose-related response. And there are dozens of studies that show the countries that use the most have the highest level of autism. Cuba has the lowest level in the world of acetaminophen use, and it has the lowest autism rate in the world. So this is not dispositive. It is not.
He
proof.
said
We're doing
Cuba,
this
not qubits, you pumpers.
But in the meantime, the precautionary principle.
I heard it too, though.
Who is taking this stuff during
Damn, silver is down 3% now? What the fuck just happened, dude?
is doing something that is pathological, and we're seeing that across the board. I got a lot of other stuff to talk about, but I know we got a short time here. But thank you, Mr. President. You're making our country healthier again.
Thank you, Bobby. Could you just
Either
state
way,
for
man,
the
whether he sounds
record,
tired or not,
state
I want to
what the
remind you
autism
all,
was, let's say, 20
what's your
years
job?
ago and what it is
Your
today?
job is not to point out tired or not. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Let's go. I mean this in motivation. I didn't even ban him. I'm just telling you all, your words are going to plant destruction or they're going to plant life.
Wisconsin children.
So what's your job? Focus on what you are here for and everything else. Let the other people whose job it is to say they're tired, let them do it. All right? I know you're being sarcastic, but I'm just saying, look it. I don't take you seriously. So, and then you were saying redemption arc, you've been banned multiple times. So I'm just saying, in the one moment you chose to be sarcastic, you found out how for me to call you out. You see what I'm saying? Even in all the other hours. So no matter what, you found the right seed of words to get me looking that in the wrong way. So like I'm telling you, bro, I don't know what's your job? What are you here for? What do you want in life? Because you don't let these little moments rob you of it. That's what I'm saying. Make every thought, make every word precise. All of you. Is this going to help me? I think it'll create harmony. But this is going to help you out in life. Like I'm saying, we need to get rid of all the weight. You need to focus on what you're here for. And I'm not talking about this chat room. I'm talking about everything. Let them do their job. I'm not talking about if anybody a hater, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know people, they've been hating their whole life. I think that's their job. Let them hate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, if you ain't never getting $1 and you ain't never want to work, let them not work. Okay, but what about you? You tell me. You know why you're here. How did you stumble across me? Why are you here? And what when this stream turns off? But yeah, man. So let's go. That's all, man. That's what I was saying, bro. You guys aren't bad people. I don't think you're dumb. I think you're actually quite intelligent. And I just think we all need these reminders. That's it. We all, myself included. We only fuck up when we're not getting reminded. So let's embrace it. And let me remind you, we all have a job. We gotta focus on it. Silver screaming plant the seed. No, you are, pumper. So let people decide. I appreciate homeboy who told me 52-week on Procter & Gamble. I looked at it. He didn't say anything else, but that's good info. So yeah, silver didn't say shit. I told you it's down 3%. I don't know what it's screaming, but you did.
But there's a tremendous amount of proof.
I was good. I regretted selling my play yesterday. Now I don't.
But I've studied this a long time ago. You know, I met Bobby in my office 20 years ago. We were talking about the same thing 20 years ago. And I was a real estate developer. It bothered me that it seemed to be getting worse, but it's so bad now when you hear these numbers. It's not even really sustainable. I don't know how people do it, but there is some very strong evidence.
Let's get it, Betty.
Tylenol.
This is what I want you to think about.
At one point,
Your
I guess the
next
company gave a
statement
warning.
must propel you forward.
Recommended during pregnancy.
All of you. You understand? Next thing you say in the chat,
That's the company
I need it to
itself.
propel you forward. Not stagnate, not push you back. The next thought and word that comes out of you must propel you.
But I'd also get the shots in smaller doses.
All right, man, new low.
A few things that just seem to be, and I
It's
think you
so
get that
weird.
number.
This is just
way
like those
back.
Mondays
Think
and
of it.
Tuesdays.
You have
Because it's not everything,
1 in
but
20,000.
it's 70%.
It's not even believable when you
10, 20 on the
20,000
Dow,
drops to
72 red, 29, 21
12
green.
children. Yeah, so
118
that's,
in the green
that's
on the SPY.
induced by something that's given or taken, and it should be able to be stopped. And you're talking about the Pennsylvania Dutch, you were talking about the Amish, where they don't take any of this stuff, and they have virtually none, right? They have no autism. So we're doing something very bad. Somebody's been given some bad things. Other countries, by the way, we have, I think, we have 82 vaccines that we give simultaneously. And I'm a vaccine believer, by the way. I believe in the polio vaccine. I believe in a lot of vaccines. But when you give 82 vaccines in a shot to a little baby that hasn't even formed.
Look at what you guys did to this man. You got him having to publicly explain his support for polio vaccines. It is 2025.
Vaccines. That's a lot too.
Look at what y'all did.
28's a lot different than 82. So, but I would say on the Tylenol, don't take it, and that will be. I think it's going to be a big factor. I think it'll be a very good result, and I hope we're going to be able to see that result in the not too distant.
He just said Tylenol, don't take it. That algos didn't trip. He didn't mean it how he said it. I just wanted to see if it moved.
Because this is a horrible
U.S.
thing.
Saudi Arabia Advanced Chips Agreement. Wall Street Journal. That's old because you had the headline in the morning. Yeah, I think it's a reiteration. Then you got a Microsoft Barron's pump. But yeah, that's old. The WSJ, that's from the AM. We got the expedite on the Saudi chips.
Maybe fully improved. I mean, there's something there. There's something going on, and we have to address it. And so I'm addressing it the best I can as a non-doctor, but I'm a man of common sense. Okay, any other questions? Yeah, please.
Mr. President, a lot of people are calling to give you the Nobel Peace Prize after this peace deal that you managed to achieve in the Middle East. First of all, your opinion on that, and I was wondering about your trip to the Middle East, if you can tell us if you're considering to speak at the Knesset, at the Israeli parliament.
Well, they asked me to speak at the Knesset, and I've agreed to. If they would like me to, I will do it. It's the first time a president has ever done that, so that makes it very interesting, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I will do it if they want me to. They have asked me to do that. Thank you.
Families of hostages are out in the streets in Israel dancing and crying tears
They're
of
all
joy.
dancing in the streets right now. They're dancing in the streets. They're so happy. Everybody's happy.
Kurt,
They're dancing in the streets.
whatever you do next,
Arab countries,
just know that God
Muslim
sent you here,
countries.
brother. Let's
I've
fucking
never
go.
seen
That's what I'm
anything
talking
like it.
about.
Everybody is happy.
Run it.
It's been really amazing. Thank you.
Every one of you. Oh, it's exciting.
Going to be deployed to Gaza soon. Do you expect that Pakistan, Turkey, other countries to contribute forces? Has that become firmed up? And also, the shutdown, it seems like in the House there's a majority support for a temporary extension of the Obamacare subsidies, perhaps minus the funds for illegal immigrants. Is that how you see
Yeah, it's bond
the
auction.
deal to end the shutdown?
I see the deal just getting extended.
4734 versus 4730. Once again, slightly higher. These aren't bad though. It's stable, bro. Stable. So I don't think that's going to cause bond volatility. If it does, then we'll get fucked up out of this pattern. But as long as the bonds are staying stable from post-Fed, I don't think these mean anything. They mean something later, but not now. Or not even for a couple weeks.
So we want to get back. And
Baby, come back.
I think it's going to work.
You
out.
can have it
Something
all
that shouldn't-
long
this was supposed to take
term.
place
Cause I
before the
say
election. This
10%.
is supposed to take place September 28th before the election. We shouldn't even be talking
All right,
about
guys.
this right now. This is
You have two
actually
choices right
something
now.
that shouldn't have even happened. Yeah,
And if
but-
you don't like any of these choices, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not trying to bother you, brother. But the reality for at least our community right here, right now, already got GDRX out. It's very simple. We could either continue listening to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, or you could hear me talk about Jesus. So, Jesus, Trump, I don't know which one you don't like or not, but yeah, unfortunately, those are our only two options on the table. Otherwise, if I could, you know, there's a lot of other people who do stocks in the world. So if you are not, you want to avoid Trump, you want to avoid Jesus, and you want to avoid making money, I would go there. So, but in the meantime, we have to get to what we have scheduled here. So I love you all. Thank you for your time. And God bless you. And have a wonderful evening if I don't see you. But if you come, if you want, please. You know that? Dude, for real, bro. Like, if you got love in your heart, dude, if you ain't like a little hoe, even if you a hoe, like, but you get what I'm saying? But, like, you're not like a hoe, I'm cool with you. I feel you. So, like, all I'm saying, bro, if you just got an open mind, if you tired of this dark-ass world and all these people just, you knowing damn well we got everything, you know what I'm saying? They still can't find a way to be happy. And you want, like, come talk to me, brother. Sister, all of you. I don't care. I'm telling you. And I mean that. You think what? Nothing will separate us from the love of God and what we are as humans, brother. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Don't let there's so much technology nowadays, you know? You fuck with people's heads. But if you haven't been fucked up yet, I would love to speak to you. I would love to. And I think I can make it worth your while. So God bless you. And if not, no worries, because I do respect people who flow in freedom. And that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't want to oppress anybody. I don't like forcing my will upon anybody. That's what the real ones know. That's why Republican, Democrat, Jesus, non-Jesus, it don't matter. You know my brothers and sisters. You know me. I know you, bro. It's that. We ain't trying to force our will upon people. And that's that. We can all respect that. And we know that. And that's how I know you're closer to me than you think. Because you guys have that. So let's go, man. Do what you need, baby. And I'll see you there.
Very much involved in
Peace.
making it as good as possible.